a go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. Through media radio, on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey friend, and true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio, true PJ.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth big and not any neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media.
On FM 103.9. Truth video radio. Truth video radio.
This is Truth Radio on 103.9 FM, a new wave of radio listening in Sierra Leone. Stay tuned.
Well, me fancy anyway for do with yourself no more. Hallelujah.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
Mina Yusuf Ujalo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM, live from Freetown. Na to the last.
Tonya ye pe gwo ela we. Tonya ye pe gwo ela ngatu ya gwo ngeza wa tomina ni FM we. Tonya ye pe gwo ela ngatu ya gwo ngeza wa tomina ni FM. Tamianga tu atonya ye pe gwo ela we. Anya buda tonya ye mi aloma. Tonya ye le mi amome. Ya bone jagbe nya le deja ti anya le dwe mi do onya gongo lo tonya ye pe gwo ela we. Mi atanu isi vena. Na bolo abo mi do eva. Anya buda je pe bubula abo mi wa bi do tonya ye pe gwo ela. Amiaga tole apapa goti taloba pepe nebe da penegbe nugo ma o ya gbogbe chawa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede amukeni mo ya de skini mo ni da keza me bi lo to me gbo kamiaga pinga
Beautiful country, indeed, the land of milk and honey, like my cutter DJ Bass used to say. Good morning and welcome. It is another day, live from my studios na Ilkot na Freetong. Today na Thursday, February 26, 2026. February na don't so. You have me party we get bad day. I don't know. He always hamburger me, but they keep February went slow, but February now many. Yeah, February now 28, and not to 2 years now. You know they celebrate the 2090 born. A tell bad. I doubt if we go celebrate. They can usually push until March. And as I say, most people with them, but they can fall the 29th and they push until to March because 28 days February the end. But happy birthday in advance to me good friend. Good morning, assalamu alaikum. Good morning and welcome. It is a blessed morning, Thursday morning. It's always a blessing for wake up with well body, sleep and wake with well body and get the energy and strength for come here and can do the people's work. We tell Allah thank you for that. We tell Allah thank you for our lives too. Family would join we will listen to we na Radio Land on 103.9 right across Freetong and across the country. And also family online, the online community na YouTube, TikTok and Facebook. We want to say very good morning and thank you as well and hope say Una get a good night's rest. You know, you help this morning, whether you're about for gonna you hustle, or you didn't you hustle already. You know, you dey prepare the picking them for go school, or you dey prepare, you dey ready yourself for go work. One for say very good morning. You didn't keke, taxi, puda, waka fine bus or whatever. You know, one for say very good morning. If you don't come up preach, you don't somewhere, they relax and listen to we. Ramadan Mubarak. Good morning and welcome. We're slowly moving down with Ramadan. I think today is 9 days, day 9. By tomorrow we don't knock 10. You know, the Rondong now begin count how they end the Ramadan. Let Allah give you the blessing. Let Allah continue for give you the strength and well body for continue for pray to Him, seeking salvation and blessing and in guidance and protection as well during this only month of Ramadan, and also during this time where we Christian brothers and sisters they observe the Lenten season. Good morning and welcome, Sierra Leoneans. A lot of things they happen. Unfortunately, we brothers them still they na Guinea, and they in the custody of the Guinean officials them, authorities them. I talked to a colleague yesterday, journalist na Guinea, we tell me say they don't move them from the village to Farana, when are like 48 miles to Conakry or so. Yeah, they don't move them. But the guy sounded positive because he drive and go meet them there. He said they give them food, they're in good shape, they're not so like them, they maltreat them in any kind way or starve them. Yes, according to that my colleague they were talked to yesterday. Hopefully we'll get some update this morning. We're going to talk to Wiman Bilal, and we're going to talk to Commodore Hassan Kumba, and on waiting na the latest. I understand say the team we for being go yesterday not be able to go, but then for left today with the paramount chiefs for going to the village, and also the Minister of Foreign Affairs for lead a delegation for going to Conakry today. That's not some of the information they were able to gather yesterday. But we'll give you an update. Hopefully, we'll talk to people them way. We'll give you more updates. But good morning, everyone, and welcome. Good morning to His Excellency the President, the First Lady, the First Family, and security officers them. A very good morning to military officers them. Right across the country. We know the barracks are in deplorable situation. Hopefully, with the plan where the spokesman talked about yesterday, conditions and go better, go be upgraded, especially with the 25% salary increase. But a good way we take care of we people them where they put themselves forward for serve this country. You know, see we're happy with them. So it tells you the sacrifice we then they make, and we self need for take care of them. I can say certain people in a country for take care of them just how they take care of politicians them. Military officers, nurses, doctors, teachers. These are people we for take care of being as a nation, for pay attention to them and take care of them, because then they provide with forces, police as well. I shouldn't forget them. With correctional officers, with firefighters. You shouldn't forget them too. The service that they provide and putting themselves forward, with all the challenges, we for agree say for take care of them, give them better conditions of service, hopefully. Good morning to the diaspora community, for people away they listen to we right across the world on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Una welcome. And I want to say thanks to partner radio stations na Pujeung, na Kailaung, and Falaba as well. If you listen to we at that part of the country, very good morning and welcome. This is the Truth Morning Devotion with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot, na Freetong. We're on 103.9. We're on Facebook and YouTube as well. As always, na this program, we can start with prayers. We pray. We are people that we believe in Allah, we believe God. Whether Christian or Muslim, we believe there is God, and we for serve Him, we for seek in guidance, in blessings, in salvation, we for seek salvation, And so we start with prayer. Join us in prayer. Let God guide and protect we. Let God continue for give you strength for do what we they do, especially when at the right thing. Let God make we get people them with empathy, where they lead in a different side, not only in politics, but even in private sector, in the civic space, because now we person get sorry at, now that way they is sorry for other people them. And let God guide with president, let God guide with vice president, with chief minister, the minister them, with members of parliament, with elected officials. Let God make when they take decision, they understand, say, these are things where if we do them right way, it will positively impact millions of people. But if we do it wrongly, it will negatively affect people. Let God guide them in whatever decision and they take for the betterment, the development of this nation. So let us pray, say amen, amen, wherever you are. As my man and alumni can say, we not sabi what in prayer like that. It can be you, it can be me, it can be other person. And inside this only month, I would call them Lent, and Ramadan and Lent. So let's seek salvation, let's seek Allah guidance and blessing. Join us in prayers when we come back shortly. Continue for stay with we.
And so that they're gonna have one for tell you thank you for this great day and opportunity again. One for appreciate you for your goodness and faithfulness towards with nation Sierra Leone. Father, we pray for the leadership in this nation. We ask that you continue to give the wisdom, the knowledge, understanding, oh God, to lead us them so that they will do the right thing for we as Sierra Leoneans inside Jesus' name. Father, we commit the economy of Sierra Leone into your hands. We ask for your divine intervention. We ask as from this moment henceforth, Papa, let the economy of Sierra Leone begin for experience growth in the name of Jesus. Everlasting Father, commit Sierra Leone, commit the people of Sierra Leone into your hands. We ask for peace. We pray for unity and oneness, oh God, among we as Sierra Leoneans inside Jesus' name. We pray that your fear and your love continue to reign in our hearts. Thank you, Father. We bless you. Commit this program into your hands. In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the blessed Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. Have a wonderful day.
Bismillah, salatu salam ala rasulillah. نحمد ونستعين ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. We recognize Allah as the master, as the provider, and as the greatest of judges. We ask him for protect we as we don't protect one day before we. We ask him for guide we as we don't guide one day before we. We ask him for make we stand for the truth as we don't help other people in the past for stand for the truth. We recognize him, say na in na the master, na the giver, na in na the protector. And we will continue to recognize them until the day we go meet them. ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا أتمم لنا نورنا لا بعد إذ هديتنا إنك لأنت الوهاب. اللهم رب العزة عما يصفون الصلاة والسلام على المرسلين وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Make me tie for all I'm here with two hands. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadara Rasulullah. Atakula, oh Allah, we dey give you the praise.
11 months now for we the mortal man, and this 1 month now for Allah. I go train up for waka me one, I go waka with me holy Quran. So everybody make we keep am holy. This fast month make we keep am holy. Make we do the things so make am holy. We don't want no back or I go fast and I go stop. For me Allah, we don't take me right up. It give me life and up. So this fast month I no go back or I dey praise me Allah inside this Ramadan. I dey worship you and listen to the word of the Holy Quran. Hey Allah, oh Allah,
keep am holy. Early morning, grab and eat you so coldly. Satan self no go able to come me. Cause we are the shine soon, na Allah they popo me. Maybe 5 daily prayer inside Mass Lassie. Oh Allah, you have mercy. For the Muslim inside Ramadan, we know they keep fast. Dunia takaza, they know they think fast. No, they keep fast, they just they mix max. Just with hip hop, they stick sax, they mix last.
Yeah, keep them holy, keep the Ramadan, keep the fast holy. Not by Coco. And you're waiting, Brother Hilal been saying, you really keep fast this month. No accept food from girlfriend, no Islam, no recognize girlfriend business. You know, at all. Avoid that. You know, at least for the month. So try for maintain. There are many ways you can get food. A lot of people and they share food a lot. You know, a lot of people see a lot of organizations they share food around. They organize iftar. You know, we safe now. We can break. If you think say you want to eat halal food and you want to stop by, you can stop by. Then we share whatever little we get. But avoid. Keep them holy, not buy cocoa. Let me madingo fambul them. But alhamdulillah, we tell Allah, thank you, Allah give the blessings of this holy month of Ramadan and also the Lenten season. Let Allah continue for giving well body. People who are sick, let Allah give them well body. People who don't die, let Allah make we unite again in Jannah to Firdaus as Muslims and believe in that. And people who get problem, we pray that Allah make them easy for them. People who defend work, let Allah give them. People who want travel, also people who defend wealth. People who defend husband. The Imam say inside Ramadan so you can marry, and that can help you for save cost. If you're not possible, you don't get plenty money, and you always think about how to get married. The Imam say it's allowed for married inside Ramadan. It means you don't get for make plenty ladida. You don't get for cook plenty food and do reception or party or whatever. It's just small gathering. The land Imam say it's allowed, it's acceptable. So if you see wealth inside this month safe or you get somebody who not on the plan, you can make them quick one through Allah way if you're a Muslim, or through the right way, the Christian way if you're a Christian. So let Allah give you the blessing, let Allah answer our prayer them, let Allah guide and protect you, let Allah guide and protect you, leaders them, let protect them, let give them they give them soriat, because that's all we need. Now we person gets well me party can say not for just end pan soriat, let be saying a person with discipline as well, and somebody way honest and sincere, because if you get soriat no more, you go to do good no more, you go to sorry for people and no more like then they do bad. But if you discipline and soriat, it help you, for get the balance. Let Allah giving the people, let Allah make this country a better place. So that's we all they pray for, because we not get anyhow you go say you connected to this country. You hardly see family. We don't take all them family go over. Their connections. Your granny, your auntie, your cousin must there. And you must feel connected. Even though they born overseas, if they try a lot for come back now Africa for connect with the roots and families them. So if this place is better, it's better for all of us. If it's bad, it affects all of us. When things not work, it doesn't pick which political party you belong to. If it's good, we all enjoy it. That should be the understanding and idea. And with the people themselves, let God make we get the understanding and consciousness, and understand, say, power belongs to us. There is nothing wrong for all people the way they give power accountable, because at the end of the day, if them fail, even if you support them, it means you self don't fail. But if you hold them accountable and help them for succeed, it means you self don't succeed and everybody don't succeed. So let Allah guide we to the right path, let protect we, and let continue for seek salvation and blessings from God, because there is no one else. We can take we pledge and anthem this morning, and after that we do the roll call. We get a lot of stories them for on this morning today. We can talk about the over 3,000 sexual and gender-based violence cases where Rainbow Initiative record in 2025. Also, we gave a talk about the military officers and we're still there in detention with the Guineans, 16 of them. And also gave a talk to Honorable Abdul Kagbo yesterday. They proposed the nominee for the position of Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman of the ECSL. Edmond Alpha was interviewed by the Committee on Appointments yesterday, but usually the APC self can they that committee, they then can sit down during the process and they, but yesterday they were absent. So we're going to talk to Honorable Abdul Kagbo on that, and hope and possibly we'll talk to Honorable Ibrahim, Honorable Bashiru Siliki, where they represent SLPP as well na the committee. And also we they look at the law. There are a lot of issues in interpreting the law. Waiting the law say about appointment, about consultation, and all lengthy and so they get two legal people today for discuss that as well at the program. Continue for stay with we take a pledge and anthem. As that now commitment to this country. I watch one video, where somebody they do the pledge, and if all of us can imbibe that in ourselves, teach we picking them, try for help them let them understand. Now we school, make picking them understand, say it's not just reciting or reading the pledge, it's about waiting in mean. How could you stand by this? How you go ensure say you're not to wait in a treat? How you go ensure say you be sincere and honest in public service or in whatever you do? These are the things. How do we tell people if we able love salon for love salon? Because now when you love something, you they take care of her more. When you not love something, you not care if you go bad safe. But when you love somebody, you love something, you really they handle them with care. Let God give you that understanding day as we they move on as a country. We'll take the pledge and anthem. We'll come back shortly. Continue for stay with you.
I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve her faithfully at all times. I promise to defend her honor and her good name, always work for her unity, peace, and prosperity, and put her interests above all, so help me God.
I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve her faithfully at all times. I promise to defend her, honor her good name, always work for her unity, peace, freedom, and prosperity, and put her interest above all else. So help me God. So help me God.
I will exalt thee when of thy free. Great is thy love, we are for thee. Standing united, ever we stand, singing thy praise, O We all don't know, say we all tell them the past. Let we make come for the picking and hold the bomb. Hey, no matter who you be, let we make some and a bit. No look say you follow, no follow. Who say you got the foot and a bit. No matter say you go, let we make some and a bit. No look say you follow. Let we pledge with love and loyalty to we country Sierra Leone. Let we come together, let we walk as one for the better of Salone. Not to me, not to you, not everybody, for come together as one. So capital law your feet to river, let we make. So men the team in the local limba, let we make. Everybody come together, let we make. Salona we are, let we make. We all don't know, say we all tell them the past. Let we make come for the picking and hold the bombs. Hey, I like it in Australia, Juna Salomane. I like it in USA, Juna Salomane. I like it in Germany, Juna Salomane. I like it in London, Juna Salomane.
Let we make Salone. Let we like this country. Let we make them. Pledge love and loyalty to this country. Not to other country. Nobody not get can make you. Nobody not get for. You know, treat Salone like you us. If you dey leak, now you dey sleep. Na the room. They leak way rain they come. Say this la left no more. It go stop one day. Go stop one day. It won't stop. If you not fix the hole, it won't stop. And again they go the beach, you go poil you. See they go they put the house go they make all that thing and poil na the yourself. Maybe the silotex, you floor, you bed, everything. Treat Salone that way. If you allow one side poil and say no to my business, you allow them for continue for poil. Now so other side and the poil. And we've seen that. We've seen how they allow things them in discipline, lawlessness, and they happen. People and say they not care dirty. We don't see how people and they say they not care. And you see how the city dirty. Forget how city council is in a crisis as we speak. And we I can say Salone people, we're so comfortable, man. We're so the only thing we fight and make plaba for now politics. The thing that they affect with directly being we not can care about themselves. Imagine a whole council, the council where they run the who's like most of we in this country. If they're in a crisis, their project that are stalled, their programs that are stalled because of the fight between finance officer, the chief administrator, the mayor, councillors. But we don't seem to care, sef. But watch, you see over the weekend how people fed from politics for APC. Now then thing and they look the interest with. It's like now then thing and they we care about no more. But think same way na crisis where they in front of we. Where we for be concerned about. Because imagine how dirty then they pile in certain areas now. Because then say the chief administrator not sign check for fuel, money not there. People and the way they go some month or so they not get pay. People in livelihood. Imagine how that they affect we. But on politics, we all sabi come on and dance, and we dey see dirty how we places them dirty. We never even worry about that day. Then they sit down, they picking and they sick, get malaria, get for go pay boku money in the hospital. We're not concerned about that. We're just concerned about politics. Right in front of us. Remember from when I interviewed the mayor, I interviewed the chief administrator. I be forget the councillor then, but let me say vice president don't intervene in the try for settle the matter. That is over 2 months now, if not up to 3 months. That place they don't in crisis. Now council they provide services, there are a lot of services. They get school they will then devolve to them, they get clinic, hospital them, health facility they will then they take care of, they clean the city, get so many things them. But they're in crisis. Like the whole place is on a standstill. But we as Fritonians back, we not man, sometimes I can say we self now we know we own problem. The things that often matter to we. I had talked to somebody yesterday. I said their officer they are with the old 16 of them. It's like the country sorry, the country is so normal. It's like nothing they happen safe. It's like, man, some people in a provocation and they make out of this whole thing back. Well, you get different people already react different way. But I'm thinking, there's 13 military officers and 3 police officers. Imagine country in cities in them. Military officers, not ordinary cities, military officers and police officers, and they in custody in another country. It's like everything normal now, country. It doesn't look like there is some level of seriousness, even within the governance system, even within the people that were responsible. But even within we as a people, who say we empathy go? Who say we sorry heart and we concern for we self? The leco they say we lack we self. Who say don't go? Man, I can say. I don't know if now we they think differently, some of we, or now our society just don't the people and don't normalize things that we are wrong thing them. So sometimes when you see wrong, when you mention them, you talk about people get furious. And now they make like you like country, now they make God they make we all differently anyway. Like I can always say, there are generations. There are people who've done what I am doing now before us, that's their destiny, and then God marks them for do. They played their own parts and sacrifice. The people where don't do different things in their own contribution to nation building. We all play our own parts, and we all for continue for play our own parts. But I just think we the people forget some level of awareness and consciousness. We for know the things way forget we fears, we for make we ask questions. What your government they do? Then money are there at this place. It's 2 days now. What is that? Ask questions. Ask questions. All ask questions. Let people the one that way they lead, we let them understand. Say no. Let people they understand what's in then they power. They holding us accountable. They're holding us accountable. Not so we camp on politics, no we camp on election, we camp on politics. Everybody can be analyzed. Everybody they gets involved. We camp on things and we get for do with we right, with responsibility. How we think, the other day Chooks was here. We were talking about how even in the law as it is presently, there's the government, there's nothing where they hold them. We go say, I think I call them justiciable as part of the constitution, say, if you not provide water for, if you not provide light, if you not provide healthcare, education, we the citizens for able to carry go court, carry the government go court. Law, to law. Government for make effort for do and no more as part of their responsibility. But I don't think they know for the discourse. I don't think they know for the ask for. Let the people who they take power understand saying, if you not give me water, my area, if you not get water or light for 1 month or 1 week, for carry go court. And the courts for able to rule say yes, you don't abuse the rights. Anyways, good morning once more and welcome. But don't make this country. Democracy Not very difficult, but it's good. You know, democracy is difficult, but it's something that is good. I follow on Tuesday. It was on Tuesday. I've been the drive. I follow the Ministry of Information, the Civic Day event na Kono, and some of the questions it was from the people. I listen the people in parts because I reach before the minister they open the officials and begin respond. You know, somebody asked about Koidu holdings, how waiting government they do about Koidu holdings, from where the man then say then they can maintenance, then don't sit down, they not get job. Somebody connects that to how it cause violence, people that will not get job, young people and they into drugs, into stealing. Somebody asked about former President Kuma again as well. He say how far that case today, how and from where they say go medical na Nigeria, they know everybody case again. And there was this, I think that person that there was an APC councillor where then Guinea Mike he asked question. Well, she was like saying government hasn't done anything. I promise no more. And at the time they done so, they not deliver anything. It was interesting for me because that is what democracy should provide for. Democracy for able to make we get diverse views, even if people disagree with what you need to say. If we're able to get them forum, then we discuss, devoid of politics. Somebody talk about the Kono University. Now, one woman, yes, he talk about Kono University, say it's a promise where they all been so happy about, where the president make and try for fulfill. But I think the pace at which the university they go is slow. She raised some concern about it. The other person, a farmer, the farmer talk about access to equipment and all that stuff. Then they for do the agriculture. Now, woman as well. It was very, very interesting, and I think now that way we democracy for go, we governance system for go. How would they allow people them, even with dissenting views, even people them we critical of the system? What's broke the law for able to say things the way they say, but but we the people them back, we for understand the way politicians and they before we for able ask them the question and bang about things the way they affect we. We all sabi the things the way they affect we. We all know. And it doesn't mean if you support a politician, then you ask a question about what they do for addressing problem, then they will. Besides, not help you to help them. Now help. Follow and know say you're concerned, even though you support them. But we don't get this kind of system now. You know, where people empathy, then I can always say now, the people out there in our opposition, then can always get the solution to all the problem. Then sabi how they waste money, then sabi how the government big, then sabi waiting government don't do and waiting they not do. But we don't get power, brah. Hey, man. You begin question there. You begin explain, give them and tell them waiting and they do wrong, waiting and they do right. And get all kind of defense. All kind. But for imbibe that spirit there of holding ourselves accountable, if you party in a power self, the party they not they shape money directly. What you make people and they support political party now because possibly you believe in their ideology, you believe say then go do things better. So if they kind of power, they know they do them things and if you're able to ask questions and hold them accountable, it doesn't mean you not like the party. It doesn't mean you hate government. You're not an enemy of the state. It doesn't mean. It means you want things to get better. You know, we really need for change, especially with the people who they sing and dance and turn about for them political party they are, you know. But they can take some stories them of things that will happen. Sign up Sharif get for appear today. I think if we're doing second appearance today, na court. We keep an eye on that story there. We can take some stories and we'll listen to Koskobi first, play Koskobi in song. Then we come back shortly. Continue for stay with we. We get some stories and for one to go quickly.
Respect to all Massive and crew. It's been a long time you've been away from home. That's why me come back. The way me sing things like one, me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in Sudan tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make me settle. And then you jump inside, you don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind, who that now we go believe. Oh, this na wrong side life, that we they live so. If they are like thief, who that now we go believe. This na wrong side life, that we they live so. Sorry, say na sana, self say na sorry. Oh, this na wrong side life, that we they live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character. The cap side life, that we they live so. Salon de poil, then just depend sorry. Things are go bad, who not depend story. Fake promises and philosophies, yeah. Say we don't tire with these Baku stories. Bring us the rice cause the people hungry, yeah. Things are go bad, things are go bad. Things are go bad in a me beautiful nation. What a one. Man them feel conscious, man them feel conscious. Man them feel conscious and stand for the right. Is your right? Oh, it's the wrong side life, that we they live so. If they are like thief, who that now we go believe. It's the wrong side life, that we they live so. Sorry, say na sana, self say na sorry. Oh, it's the wrong side life, that we they live so. Who say a rata, who that get his character. The cap side life, that we they live so. Salon de poil, then just depend sorry. Yes, sire. See, I'm conscious of the fact that I've got a moral and civic responsibility to stand for the truth and speak for my people. We've been behind for quite too long as a nation. It's high time we started speaking the truth, cause only the truth can set us free.
Now you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We're in Sudan tie, pan dirty character. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Cock and Bull, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. Them meet the water dirty, then know it make it settle. And then jump inside, then don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all a thief now, this is them batter. Salon they go behind, they just depend story. Oh, this na wrong side life, that we they live so. They are like thief, who that now we go believe. This na wrong side life, that we
Many thanks to Coach Kobe for that song on Wrong Side Life. We never leave Wrong Side Life. So we they say na sana say na so we. And so they not left we now. Batchy so them batchy so. Ladies do this. He say them we don't do answer day. Ladies do this. They don't do and pass the way. You know not for them and that thing they oh. And they say we in a people who then don't left for choose between the lesser evil. Yeah. You know, it's how you could choose between the two evils. Say, you know, who been better past yesterday, better past today better past yesterday. Everybody they hold on to the crown. But I'll take some stories quickly. We can talk to one of our guests this morning. Parliament yesterday ratified 9 transport and aviation agreements promising one they promised cheaper air travel. If you can recall, there was this notice where ECO has been pulled about reducing the price of air tickets. You know, them been pulled a notice. So yesterday Parliament been ratified that document. The Sierra Leone's Parliament has ratified 9 transport and aviation agreements that officials say could pave the way for cheaper air tickets and harmonized taxes across the region. Deputy Minister of Trade and Aviation Rex Bonafa presenting the agreements to lawmakers that the measures stem from the 65th ordinary session of ECOWAS in 2024, where member states agreed to tackle the high cost of air travel. He said the agreements are designed to make transport more accessible and affordable while boosting tourism, trade, and regional integration. So hopefully tickets go come down. That's the hope we all get, especially na the sub-region, traveling around West Africa. Another story we sparked a lot of debates yesterday. Now the story will run the 124 million United States dollars Lunge Congress Center. We put Congress Center because that is what is in the document that was laid in Parliament. So there is a proposed 124 million Congress Center na Lunge, where the Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi, been go day before yesterday and try for ratify or debate yesterday. Where they presenting the agreement for ratification, Finance Minister Sheku Ahmed Fantamadi Bangwa explained that the project will deliver a state-of-the-art facility comprising a modern conference center, a presidential villa, and a hotel. But the opposition whip, Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara, Honorable Abdul Karim Kamara, I'm sure it shouldn't be Abdul Karim Kagbo, criticized the project as failing to address the everyday challenges of Sierra Leoneans, questioning why such funds could not be directed towards subsidizing university fees for investing in road infrastructure to boost agriculture. So there is this center where government say they want bill, but the minister be they explain say not a government they take, the government is just a guarantor for the private company. I think it's a Turkish company we want get a loan for bill that center there. And government they plan for host an ECOWAS conference as President Biona, the chair of the head of state and government. They want host an ECOWAS conference in June na Lunge. So government in the preparation, my understanding is this center where they want build, where they get presidential pavilion, villas, and conference center where they take a lot of people. Now part of that project day. So they want to do them before the conference na Lunge. But there's a lot of debate and conversation on that in Parliament, and we will pay attention to that story there. Another story from Parliament yesterday. Parliament interview Electoral Commissioner, the nominee, Edmond Alpha. They say Parliament's Committee on Appointment and Public Service has interviewed Edmond Sylvester Alpha, the presidential nominee for Chief Electoral Commissioner of the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, ECSL, against the backdrop of a 48-hour ultimatum issued by the opposition All People's Congress, the APC. Committee Chairman Honorable Martin Yuma reminded members that Section 32(2) of the 1991 Constitution empowers the President to appoint ECSL commissioners in consultation with political parties subject to parliamentary approval. It disclosed that 13 political parties endorsed Alpha's nomination, while 2 rejected it and another 2 abstained from the consultation process. So then the interview Edmond Alpha yesterday. The opposition were not there and Binongi the government 48 hours for rescind, for reverse the appointment. So then they elapsed today, I think, and hopefully tomorrow we will get a conversation on that. But on the program today, hopefully we get to talk to Honorable Abdul Kagbo, when I'm a member of that committee there, and also the minority leader in Parliament. So some of them stories here we get, but there is another story about SGBV. So Rainbow, we can talk about that. Rainbow Center been launched a report yesterday which should say over 3,000 SGBV cases they record in 2025, and very sadly, what they read yesterday, one of the survivors of their cases now a 6-month-old baby. 6 months, man. Imagine how could that happen in our society. 6-month-old baby. Now one of the survivors there. Now the over 3,000, cases them where Rainbow Center announced yesterday. It's tough. It's sad. Things that people and they do now communities them. Hopefully we can discuss with Keto from Rainbow Center on their issues then day, and then findings and then data. This is not the Truth Morning Devotion. We can talk to one of the guests them. But quickly, let we watch the video. The video where my man Trevor do from the Aberdeen Creek. The video with Trevor do from Aberdeen Creek, Usai, you know, the walkway been there. We show now the walkway, right? The walkway where Tourist Board, Ministry of Tourism been built. You know, I remember I tell Trevor, I said, Trevor, you they go far na the creek, you they go right down. What kind of that walkway, let you go and see how that place they been there and how it is presently. You know, let's just take that video there. We'll come back shortly, continue to stay with you.
I'm also here by if you go past the bathroom, there's like a boardwalk that goes into the mangrove. So all here that we're going into, this is all part of the mangrove, right? All this is the mangrove that you see has been built upon. Construction continues to be going. We literally are going into the mangrove right now. All right. So this mangrove right here. How you doing? Thank you. So this boardwalk here, they're not maintaining this boardwalk here. Who said the last time they built them be walk panel? What that pull on? They pull the board. But they pull the board. What you do? They pull the board. I mean, they said they build boardwalk for going inside the mangrove. So as you can see, this boardwalk, if you go past where the bathroom is, they were supposed to be building a boardwalk that will go around the mangrove, so it'll be a tourist attraction for nature enthusiasts. But as you walk back here, you can see in real time all the construction that's going on inside the mangrove. Literally, I mean, look at this. You can literally see young mangroves growing right here. You see it, right? So we are in the mangrove right now. You see the mangrove? And I go back, look all the construction that's going on. Look at all the construction that's going on. You see all the construction that's going on? Look at all the construction that's going on inside the mangrove. I mean, this is just like, I don't even know what words to describe this, because it's going all the way down. This construction, look at it's going. So when people say, just know this place you can't touch cockroach, that's what I mean. Look at that, it go all the way down of construction that's taking place. This is crazy. And like, this is full grown construction inside the mangrove. Like, look at this. You can see the mangrove right here. See the mangrove? Look at the construction that's going on. This is wild. This is wild. And there's like, this is protected land. Like, construction going on inside protected land. Unabated. This is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. It's like, look at the water. Look at the water. Construction going in the mangrove. I am at a loss for words. Somebody told me to come down. It's like, just can't walk out. Now that boardwalk they didn't build. If you see, there you go, see what happened with the mangrove. Wow. This is crazy. I'm also here by if you go past the bathroom, there's like a boardwalk that goes into the mangrove. So all here that we're going into, this is all.
I did take note of some of the concerns on the agreement for the Lunge Congress Center, Presidential Villa, and the hotel. We're going to come back to Parliament with a concession agreement. for the management of the hotel, which we specifically specify the tenure which you have requested. The tenure is specific because the hotel is going to be managed by a specific entity. What this agreement is doing is to define the parameter to access the financing facility to the construction of the loan and indicates that they will have responsibility for O&M. The O&M will be concession. That concession will come with other things that I think will bring back to Parliament. So I want to make that very clear. And anything that has to do with how the resources will be mobilized, the resources are mobilized by a private entity. And the private entity is providing this loan to, the bank. The bank will provide the loan to the company that is building. The government will structure the facility in an innovative way. And just to correct the honorable member on the other side, that we structure this not to repeat the mistake we made when we hosted OAU. This is not taken on the books of government directly. It's not taken on the books of government. That's why because we are smarter these days to do these things. It's not directly on the budget. We are providing, it's a build, lease, but eventually own. That's how we're doing it until the builder has actually recovered its costs. What the government does is to guarantee your lease payments, you upfront provide a future flow of revenue streams that can guarantee the private bank to provide the fund to build the building. And then you ensure that over a period there is true ownership of it, but that property is lent to you, the builder, until you generate your money back. So it's not on the book of government directly at all. And our parties, our international partners, clear this, it will not affect our engagement with them. So this is really a very smart way of building very big infrastructure. That's why we are very comfortable with the way it is being structured. And it is off the book. And like you said, on the other side, honorable member, it's a PPP structure, but done in a way that government is not overburdened fiscally, right, on the budget. So that's, I think, that's really what it is. And so all those streams that we are actually putting together, it's predictable, and we have spoken to the partners, different entities, and those are domiciles in the central bank and mirrored in the bank that is providing the resource. So there's multiple level or dual level of comfort and visibility around the funding. We have a government entity right in the presidency to provide oversight because we want to do it very fast. It's a very time-bound delivery. Really, it's a 6-month delivery. And mobilization has actually been set up. We're just waiting for all legal approvals, including this Honorable House's ratification of the approval to allow us to move ahead. So, yes.
The Minister of Finance, Sheku Fantamadi Bangura, been talking at Parliament yesterday about the 124 million United States dollars Lunge Congress Center with the plan for bill ahead of the ECOWAS conference where the government want for host, you know. So we never put that video there out. There's a lot of conversation around the whole the amount, whether it's loan and you know, how do we prioritize and all of that. So we never put them out now with social, so you will see them and watch them and understand what's in the project they're about. This morning, they can talk to Jackie Moore, the Public Affairs Officer and U.S. Embassy in Freetown. They can talk about the Fulbright Scholarship Program. Good morning, Jackie, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
It is a pleasure having you.
Yes.
How has it been? How are you enjoying
I
sailing?
very much am enjoying Sierra Leone. I've been here for about 1.5 years now, and
Okay.
feeling pretty comfortable and enjoying the people, enjoying the countryside. So,
Well, thanks for that commendation. What's dish will you recommend?
Well, it's a little tricky for me because I don't like very spicy food. So,
Okay.
but I like the seafood here very much.
seafood.
So I'm like nothing better than having a lobster on the beach.
Okay. Easily and very easily. You can just go to number 2, you go to Tuke, you can just get the lobster and enjoy it. But continue to enjoy Celine. But I saw the announcement for a Fulbright scholarship. And then when we were talking, I was telling you, people were asking, at this time when there is a ban, how is this going to happen? Is it real? It's from the embassy? It's all over on social media?
Absolutely, it's real. If it's on our social media, it's a real opportunity. And as I've been replying to people on social media as well, this is for the 2027-2028 academic year. We have to start the application process at least a year in advance, year and a half in advance. And so successful applicants will not be applying for visas for at least a year. And we don't know what the situation will be in a year, but we start now, and this program is a priority for the U.S. government. So
what is the Fulbright Master's Scholarship Program about, and who are qualified?
Okay, great answer. Great question. So this is a program for a fully funded master's degree. The program is aimed at sort of established professionals, people who have 5 years or more experience after their degree. You need to have had a bachelor's degree already in place, and you need to be a Sierra Leone citizen and residing in Sierra Leone. If you're a Sierra Leone citizen in Liberia, you can't apply. It's just for ones living in Sierra Leone. And so the idea is that this is a fully funded program. You have your tuition paid for. They give you a stipend. They give you housing, give you stipend for living, for food, for books. All of that is covered for 1 to 2 years. It depends on the length of the master's program. Most master's programs are 2 years, but some are 1 year, so it's just a 1-year program. And you have to, in addition to being sort of those basic requirements, your bachelor's degree, a Sierra Leone citizen, and having 5 years of work experience, you also have to have very good scores. This is extraordinarily competitive. It's our top exchange program, our flagship exchange program, Fulbright. Everybody around the world knows the name of Fulbright. And so we have a few slots, and we get hundreds and hundreds of applications for this each year. And so it is extraordinarily competitive. It's for the top folks.
What the slots are located to, Celine? How many people?
We have 3. Okay, which is actually pretty good for a country of this size. I've been in other countries that have much fewer slots. So we also have 2 alternates in there as well too, because the program is so much ahead in advance. Things can happen to people. They decide to focus on a different career, or they decide something happens with their family and their personal lives that makes it not able for them to go that year. So we have 2 backup alternates as well. So we'll be looking ultimately for 5 people.
Are there areas specifically that you focus on? Someone should have got a bachelor's degree, say in politics or governance or accounting, or it's general?
So anybody from any discipline can apply, with the exception of a medical degree or any clinical degree that has to deal with patients, where you'd be dealing with patients. But we do have this year some priority areas, which so anybody can apply. But if you have a master's degree in artificial intelligence, STEM, cybersecurity, health digitization, disease prevention, supply chain management, and trade, then those are generally given a bit of preference, a priority. These are priority areas.
They have more chance to get the scholarship.
Yes, it's certainly what we want to do is encourage the development of these skills in Sierra Leone, and ultimately the program also, it's for people who plan to come back to Sierra Leone. This is not a path to immigration to the United States. You're not, you're in fact banned from immigrating to the United States for 2 years after this program, because the reason we're putting money into programs and supporting people in that is because we want to help people come back to Sierra Leone and develop programs in Sierra Leone and spread the skills around that they're learning. And so we're looking for people who are smart. We're looking for people who are at the top of their areas. Academically, you probably should have a Division I or high-level Division II scores on your degree. And that's because it's difficult to get in. You have to be admitted to the graduate program in the United States, and there are very high standards to get admitted into graduate programs. And we look for people who are established in their careers. So 5 years, we say. This is a global requirement, and this is something that people talk about a lot. You know, they go in Sierra Leone, it's hard to get a job, and it's hard to do that. And we understand that, and we're
Should you be full-time working, or if you've graduated already, you've not got a job for 5 years, you can still apply?
No, you need to have work experience. So you need to be in there. And again, part of the reason is we're looking for people who are going to come back and make a difference, right? And so when we, you know, if you've just been 1 year out of college, you know, you don't know, or university, you don't know necessarily what you're doing, and people might not listen to you at your job. You've just been, you know, fresh graduated and you've just come out of college. You might not have the same kind of influence you would after about 5 years or so. So we want people who have a good understanding of their field, which is what you get after that 5 years. And then also who have some network already, who have an idea of where to go and have connections within there. Now that work doesn't have to all be paid work. It can be volunteer work. Okay. So if you have an internship somewhere, so it doesn't have to be paid work. But unfortunately, we can't control that. It's a global requirement because this is a global program to have 5 years of experience. And there are people who do have that, and the professionals who do have that. And so these are the folks that we're targeting.
Do they need to leave their job fully, or?
They will have very little time to do their job. It would be almost impossible to do your job. So yes, they would have to get a leave of absence from their jobs. A lot of times we've had people who work for ministries, for example, and the ministry is quite happy to give them a leave of absence for when they come back. And in fact, when they come back, because of their credentials, they may actually get a promotion within their job too. So most places see this as an investment in their employees.
What's the application process and the timeline?
Okay, so the application is open now. It opened on February 23rd. The deadline for applications is 11:59 p.m. on April 5th, and that's Sierra Leone time. And so you can go to our Facebook page, and you'll see.
We're showing that now.
Yes, and there's a QR code. Great. There's the U.S. Embassy website there too, and you can go to our Facebook page and you follow us on Facebook, and you'll see updates and a QR code where you can just go right there to apply. In order to apply, you will need to have your unofficial transcript. You will need 3 letters of reference, and that's, you know, from an academic or a professional references. And you'll also need to have a CV. So for that, and then you'll need to write several essays, sort of what your study plan is, and that's something to take very seriously, because we want a study plan that makes sense. We want you to understand, you know, I'm going to do supply chain management. What does that mean? I know why I need it. What do I need it for? And what are my plans to do afterwards? You don't have to choose a university. The Fulbright program will help match you to the best university to your project. So I always use the example, most people when they say they want to go study in the United States, and you say, where do you want to study? And they say, oh, Harvard, Yale, Columbia, MIT, Stanford, you know, because they've heard of these schools. But in fact, sometimes those schools aren't the best schools for what you want to study. If you want to study mining engineering, going to Harvard is not really going to help you very much. Whereas if you might want to go to the Colorado School of Mines or the South Dakota School of Mines, and these might be schools you'd not heard of before, but in fact they're the top schools, you know, in the country. And so the Fulbright program, we've been doing this since 1946. We're really good at matching up people to the best program that's a good fit for them. Even if it's one you hadn't heard of before, you can rest assured that you're going to be placed into a good program with experts in your field. So you have to be very careful about writing your study plan and to be sincere about what you want to do, be honest about what you want to do, and maybe do even a little research online to kind of figure out what sort of courses there are in this area in the universities in the United States.
Yes. So how this selection is, and the interviews are done here?
Yes. So we will have the interview, the application process, online application process will close on April 5th. And then what we'll do is we'll go through all the applications, sort out the ones who are eligible and the ones who aren't. And then we will go through those and narrow down the top sort of 20 or so that we want to interview. And then we'll bring in people for interviewing probably in late May for the interviewing. And then we'll have a decision. We'll then put our nomination forward to the to Fulbright. You also will need to have TOEFL and GRE scores that meet a minimum, the standard, the Fulbright minimum. But you don't have to have those right now. If you do have a TOEFL score, you can upload that with your application. That's great. But we will cover, if you're selected to go forward, if you're one of the finalists, people to go forward, we will actually pay for you to take your GRE and your TOEFL. So you don't have to worry about that.
But does that determine if you're moving forward with the scholarship?
Well, at some point, so we'll select the people that our top people, and then out of those people who take the test, we hope that they will all pass the tests and do well enough to do that. And it may seem strange that you have to take a TOEFL test in a country where English is the national language, but this is a test for academic English, for college level English, and it's a very different kind of a thing. And I think a lot of times people think, oh, I don't need to study for that, but actually you do, because it's a certain type of test to take. So, but that and the GRE or whichever the graduate program testing is for your specific program. So
intending applicants or those who want to try should not be worried about the travel restriction presently.
At the moment, this is so far ahead from now. It's a year from now. We really don't know what the situation will be in for a year. We hope that the restrictions will be lifted at some point. And this is a priority program for the U.S. government, as I said. So Fulbright is our flagship exchange program. It's been around for a very long time. And really, Fulbright, if you have a Fulbright fellowship or scholarship, this is a door opening thing for you. So people will know around the world that this is a stamp of excellence, that you are an excellent person. And I have to say that it is a very competitive program, and the folks who qualify for it and who get accepted to the program are top people. They're really impressive people. But if you apply and you don't get it, that doesn't mean you're not an excellent person. It might mean that you're not in a priority field, or it might mean that there's just a few other people who are just a little bit better this year. We encourage, if you've applied before, to apply again, because you never know. The pool varies each year. But also, I want to encourage people to know that once the ban's lifted, that it's actually a lot easier to study graduate programs in the United States with some financial support. Most universities offer financial support for their graduate students, and that includes international graduate students. So if you're interested in studying for graduate program, you're not interested in the Fulbright program, but you'd like to do a program there, and you've got good grades and the other qualifications, look online, look at the different websites of the different universities that they're out there that have programs that you're interested in, and look for what their financial aid is there too. It's actually easier to get financial aid for international students as a graduate student than as an undergraduate student. So,
what the status of the other exchange programs? I'm an IVLP fellow, by the way, but the other exchange programs, are they all on
some of them, a lot of them are on pause. IVLP is still going, and Fulbright's still going at the moment. And we have a few other programs that are on pause for countries that have visa restrictions right now, and Sierra Leone, unfortunately, is one of those countries. But they're not canceling the programs, they're just on hold for now. And so we hope to be able to resume them as soon as we can.
I'll just quickly want to ask about if, I'm sure Sierra Leoneans will be concerned, they will want to know, is there progress with engagement on the visa restriction?
We're talking all the time and working with the government of Sierra Leone. They're working with us to come up with ways to address the concerns. Of course, the biggest concern is the visa overstay rate, and that's not something necessarily that the government can control. We encourage people to, use their visas responsibly and to return when they're supposed to return. So they're helping us to get the word out about that. They're helping us to do that, and also we're working on ways to improve the security of documents, which is the other thing that reason that Sierra Leone is on the visa ban, is the ability to verify documents. And so the government is working to digitize documents. They've already made progress with criminal records to do that and digitization of that. And now we're just working. It's a process that will take time.
The other part of the conversation was also accepting individuals who are to be, deported. Is that part of the conversation?
Yes, that's not been a problem. And in fact, we've reported this to the government, the U.S. government too, is that the government of Sierra Leone, since last year, has been very cooperative in ensuring that it accepts the deportees who have been from Sierra Leone citizens, so to be deported. Yes. So
what is Washington saying? Is there hope?
Well, that's ultimately up to the White House, up to the government for that. We would like to make it so that people could come to the United States, but obviously and I think your audience understands this, that it's a question of security for the United States. We need to make sure that the people that are coming into our country are who they say they are, number one, and also that they are not a criminal threat or a threat in some way to the United States, and people who want to come to the United States, who value the United States. And so this question of security is why this is there. We need to protect ourselves. We need to protect our borders in the same way that Sierra Leone needs to protect its own borders too.
Finally, consular services are working?
Yes, they are. If you have an appointment, so they're still doing appointments. We are unable to issue visas at the moment, but if you have, for example, an immigration visa appointment, immigration visas take a long time. There's a long process of things to do. There's a lot of things that need to be checked. So we're still encouraging you to come, if you have an appointment, to come for that appointment, because it's a way to it's sort of like a progress check. You can make sure that the documents that you have already are the right ones, that you have everything that you need, so that you can be ready when the visa ban is lifted. Then you'd be ready to come back and do finish your application.
And those with visa already, can travel?
Yes, absolutely. If you have a current visa, you can still travel. We encourage you to travel responsibly. While you're in the United States, you want to make sure that you're not staying past your date until admitted time, and that's not the date on your visa. I want to stress again, your visa may expire 2 years from now, but when you're admitted to the United States, you're admitted by the Customs and Border Patrol. You're admitted for a certain amount of time, and that's called the admit until date. And that could be 30 days, it could be 90 days, it could be 1 week. And the way to do it is to check your I-94 online. And the I-94, you'll get information about that. The I-94 form will tell you specifically, you enter your passport number, you go in, you enter your passport number, and it tells you how long you can stay in the United States.
Okay, well, that's some hope for those who want to go and watch the World Cup, hopefully, who have valid visas and want to go and watch the World Cup. But let's end with the Fulbright scholarship program again. Again, I just want you to go to some of the things those who want to apply should get, the documents, and how do they go about it?
Yes, so you need to have your unofficial transcripts. So we'd like from your university, you can request from your university an unofficial transcript of your grades. We also need 3 letters of recommendation, and those will be submitted, your referees will submit them on the website. So you need to identify 3 people to do the letters of reference who can then go online and submit the letter of reference for you, and also your CV, and then prepare to write your essays. If you go to the website that you put up earlier, and you'll see the application, you can start it and then stop. It's going to take a while to fill out the application. There's some information in there, so you get started now. Or at least start looking at it now. You have until 11:59 April 5th, 11:59 p.m. April 5th.
You have like 2 more months.
Yeah, just about.
About a month. Use a month.
A month left. But that may take time for your references. You want to give your references. You don't want to go the day before and go, can you write a letter of reference for me? It's due tomorrow. So prepare, get time. Think about it. We're looking for people who are academically strong. We're looking for people who have strong professional ties. And we're looking for people who have a passion to help Sierra Leone as well. People who are going to come back here, who are going to make a difference, and that's, those top people, they're impressive people. Our Fulbright alums are very impressive.
Yeah. You have some of them in Sierra Leone, and yes, the work they are doing. Some of them are in politics now, wanting to be president too. But thank you so much, Jackie, for your time. We'll continue to share the information here. In case someone wants more information, they can go to your Facebook page.
Absolutely.
And the website as well.
We're posting regular updates on that.
Yes, so you can go there. And they're very interactive as well. They will respond to you if you have a question. But thank you so much. Jackie Moore is a public affairs officer at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown. We'll take a quick break. We can talk to the next guest. Continue for Stay With Me.
According to the Sexual and Gender-Based Violence Data wey Rainbow Initiative launched, inside 2025, Rainbow Initiative record 3,055 cases of sexual and gender-based violence. Sexual assault make up of 2,723 cases nearly 9 out of every 10 reported incidents Pikin them were all 11 to 15-year-old. Now then be the most affected cases with 1,299 cases were reported. Then we get 16 to 20-year-old and we been follow with 991 cases nearly 3/4 of the survivors be there between 11 and 20-year-old. Freetown record the highest number of cases we been followed by Kenema, Kono, Bo and Makini. 514 pregnancies be linked to abuse. Over 2,100 STI cases be recorded. Yet, out of more than 3,000 cases now only 9 results in successful prosecution Woman and girl pikin make up 99% of the survival ratio. According to Anthony K. Sam, the technical advisor for Rainbow Initiative, it talks say the data within the launch they tell one story of progress, plenty gaps and the real life way community they face. Evidence is say not to just numbers or page, but now a voice within the show who need more work and who risk still there, and same way so who need urgent action. Even same way so go before for talk say data only they get impact where it guide policy direct programming, push coordinated actions When government, partners and practitioners and community they work together, that they make sure say the evidence they turn into meaningful change. It said the data when they launch, now for share the key findings and trends, the strong collective understandings of the new priorities for identify policies and program actions for promote alignment among stakeholders and self-reinforce the role of data for accountability and how then they allocate funds Charles B. Vandy, the Chief Director at the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs, talks say, for longer term now, the absence of reliable data don't be a barrier for effective response. But now, that barrier they don't broke with the innovations where they can use for track cases in real time, identify hotspots and give strength to ministries, civil society, and justice institutions It be end up for talk say data na power, and when people use them the proper way, it will become the power for protect, prevent, and serve for transform. That number they ask not to just statistics, then they show say the country gets growing protection crisis and serve the call for prevention, justice, and a stronger system inside 2026. For Truth Media, Mina David Aspen Solomon, we report.
Welcome back. This is the Tooth Morning Devotion on Tooth FM 103.9 with a broadcast live from our studios na Ilcott na Freetown. And this morning they can talk about the report we just on watch show. The over 3,000 SGBV cases we recorded in 2025 according to Rainbow Initiative. This morning I get the pleasure for welcoming at the studios Daniel Keto from Rainbow Initiative. Good morning, Mr. Keto, and welcome.
Good morning, Lamrana. Good morning, listeners.
Yeah, my colleague attended the event yesterday, and when I saw the data we share with we, I was like, this is huge, 3,000 in just a year. now plenty number, and me and you been just say discuss Gislo. Is it that the number they increase, or na the scope of waiting on the capture they increase?
Well, I would say in two ways. I will answer this question in two ways. Because the issue of gender-based violence, we don't depend on for over 20 years now. And every year we come out with data based on the survivors them or people them with them visit to center and then require the support. We provide them medical services, we provide them psychosocial counseling, and we support them through the legal system. So this year we see a bit higher than last year, you know, because last year we been get 2,900 plus, and this year 3,055 cases we they recorded into rainbow centers. But that increase we attribute to the expansion of services we don't do, because by June this last year, MSF Belgium be the pull out. I mean they run the center na Mabroka and also na Mine 91. So they hand over then center them to we. So which means we did now na Tonkolili and we did also Mine 91. From 7 rainbow centers we don't go to 9 rainbow centers. So we don't expand. So we don't expand with services, and therefore a lot of people now we may not be able access services that we center them. Then they access services to we now, and they are being captured in this data we just don't present. So
this data now the one that we come now na centers them, or the one them way sometimes they happen at communities them we then go call everybody know Rainbow Center now. You SGBV issue you go call them, or now waiting on a capture directly at the center.
Well, we get different referral pathway. In fact, 90% of the cases that they receive now the Rainbow Center, they are coming from the police and from the family support unit. And family support unit, they give them the medical, and then they ask them for going to the Rainbow Center. And the Rainbow Center, them they provide the valuable services that we would provide to them. And not only that, we also get community people them when they refer cases to we rainbow centers. You know, they come out from the community. If you check the data itself, it gets all done it's very clear, the referral entry point. We get also partners them within the refer cases. We get also some cases them within the call through system, because we get a 599. So some people then they call, and we then call, and also then they call through the government free toll line with a 116, and we then they call, then they direct them to the rainbow centers then, because we get 9 rainbow centers across the country, and government gets 7 one-stop centers across the country. And before now, we don't sign MOU with government, also Ministry of Gender. Any side where the rainbow center then they, for me we ensure say we expand services nationwide. Any side where the rainbow center then they, the one-stop center then not the Any side where the one-stop center then they, the rainbow center then not the So that we go expand services, and everybody who say you dey, you go able get services to your doorstep.
So, what are the cases them we can actually come from this report? What are the cases them we either police they refer to or people in the can report to?
Well, in we work, a lot of the cases they come from sexual penetration. Picking them, it means picking them way then they abuse. Small picking them. You see inside the report from the ages of 11 to 14 or 15. Now then are the highest number of abused we don't record this year. And even in the previous years them we see. And we get survivors them as far as below 5 years old. We get survivors them 6 months. We get survivors them 3 years. We get survivors them 2 years. And we also get survivors them way now all old people them. But also one show the dynamic. We they see say the adults them, you know, they know there is an underreporting from adults them. Probably because of stigma, probably because of questions. If an adult today say, you know, they rape him na hotel, the first question where you go ask him, what you go do na hotel? And if an adult go, he go tell you say, oh, but look how big, would I go rape you? So you go see say, most of the time, the picking them go be willing for report quickly, because it happen with them, with adults, and with it happen at school, it happen at the homes them, it happen at the communities them. So now some of the things them this way we bring out to the people them on the yearly basis for understand the issue of gender-based violence not a one-man problem.
So what's the support within survivors here they get? In the report it talk about a 6-month-old picking. I can imagine how then thing then did they happen.
Well, it's rather unfortunate. We even lost the picking. You know, after we have done everything. You know.
Afriton, yeah.
Yes, Afriton. You know, we been lost some, and after we have done because he appeared and come late, and that's why we are always calling parents and for me they always report within 72 hours because it go help for prevent so many things. Even for me, you get HIV, we go give you drugs will stop you. For me, you not get HIV. So if you report within 72 hours, but like you say, within the support way that people them they receive.
Yeah.
So when they come, then they receive free medical treatment. Whatever is the treatment is a responsibility of Rainbow for me to ensure say we give free medical treatment and also counseling mental health because some of them they can come very uncomfortable, very destabilized. You know, when they come at the center, then they come with worry, then they come with some picking them. It take them years because some perpetrators them then they continue they rape, they picking them continuously, and they picking no they talk, they afraid for talk because the answer is always there. Perpetrators are very clever. Because we then get in contact with them, picking them or survivors them, then they threaten them. Say, if you talk, I will kill you. If you do this, I go do this. So the picking them go afraid. And also sometimes the communities and the home is not encouraging for men survivor talk out. Sometimes we start for talk like I've been talk just now, then go question them and then go start for blame them. What now for that day you fashion that Monday every day now you the common on it. I mean, so some picking them then prefer for go through the crime or the abuse itself within the time period until we then see they affect them body. Then sometimes them then if you are clever picking we been in at school they start for drop and also in body they become sleepless. So all of them things them we then they come with them. We as professionals we provide counseling for me we help them for me them come back to normalcy. You know, it's not easy. First, we work with the mind, we work with you, you know, we go through therapy. For me, you understand the process and you are not to be blamed. And then we also assure you that you are not alone in this. There are other people that have gone through this and they have come out victorious. So we are here with you to work with this on this journey for me able to recover fully. And we provide with you dignity kits. We also sometimes we even refer them for scholarship, especially some students. We then want to go university and whatsoever. We can refer them for scholarship and then go get opportunity for me then go university. Whatever some other funds or support livelihood sometimes in community we encourage the parents and we form village savings loan and scheme for me we ensure say we get the gender support groups them we happen in a community and then gender support groups them then they save and when then they save certain amount we save they add certain money on top and then also get a group we then call survivor solidarity group among themselves and we form them then get them WhatsApp group that they meet and they discuss especially between them picking them when they between the ages of 15 or 11 to 18 years, then they discuss, then they share their stories among themselves. And that is being guided by Rainbow for ensuring confidentiality.
So the issue of, like how you say, this matter, they are not thing that we don't settle at home, at community level. They not go out, the stigma and all that, you know, but the criminal justice system very important in this.
Yeah.
How now they work with them for ensure, say, people and we want them prosecute them, case them, they investigate them, cases them, then get that opportunity there. So somebody very powerful, not going to abuse somebody, then he maybe go through the family or he use the influence for let the person not get justice.
So, like I said, because we they work with survivor from the beginning, as soon it is reported to us, like I've been saying from the beginning, was some of the cases and who they receive, 90% of the cases and they come from the family support unit, and the family support unit go don't take statement and they refer the case. If it's emergency straight away, then they refer na Rainbow Center, and the Rainbow Center continue to provide services. However, after we have done everything, we they ask the medical doctors for endorse the medical certificate because that medical certificate is very important to be exhibited in the court of law as an professional witness, and then also the doctor himself or herself will appear in the courts of law for me also give witness based on what he see and how the survivor come. We examine how the state where the survivor been there, and based upon that we work together with the family support unit and the DPP, the prosecutors, for ensure say the survivor get justice. However, there are so many challenges that you see.
Yes, I see. What are the challenges?
The challenges them we then say first, like you said, compromise in so many areas. Sometimes when survivors come and then they come with eager then they're unwilling for face, and they go at the report, and then what thing happen newly, everybody's, and as soon as start for pursue justice, there's always community interference. Sometimes communities and people will start to blame the survivors or also talk to the parents. We don't there in cases wherein, in fact, some people, landlord, give notice to survivor's parents because that survivor reports say the landlord in Pekin rape this 11-year-old Pekin.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, because then talk to her, accept and what's for me cover up, me pull hand on the case, agree, so then decide for me then give injectment notice. But we intervene, and at the end of the day, because of so for survivor safety, we ensure say that survivor they get justice, and we ensure say we move them to a safer place wherein nobody not going to threaten in life. But these are all challenges that we people them they face, survivors them they face. And so most of the cases, because it happen, rape not they happen with somebody where you don't know.
Yeah.
Most of the cases them we see, sometimes are family members them, sometimes are uncle, sometimes are auntie in Peking, or sometimes I'm in Peking where they are the host. The person with the men in guardians in Peking na in rape am. So it becomes very complex for me you handle that kind case in terms of how do you support survivors and way that the survivor not go face backlash within the community, within the home. We don't get several of these cases, especially for picking them.
Yeah.
Easily we work with partners them, Don Bosco, we work with Commit and Act, we work with the ministry. When such cases happen, we flag them up with the ministry, we flag them up with the family support unit for ensure say we support the survivor, because we young rule now for work with the survivor. We are not working with the perpetrators. We work with survivors for ensure say that survivor able recover and able face justice, because we always they believe say justice not a one-day business. Because the justice system, it gets a process and not a one-day business. So even within the Canada Center, we always sensitize them. If you need justice, you need to be perseverance, you need to work towards this, and you ensure say accountability. The survivor is held accountable for your actions at every time.
One of the things we don't happen with SGBV issue now, the special court will be get, and how which one work, involvement. I wanna think say, specifically getting a court like that, they help with this, with addressing, either reducing or making people fear. Say if you do this, go. There are actions that will be taken against you. You go face the law.
Yes. So, in fact, in Freetown, and also the launcher in Bo recently, and of course, they work another one for launcher in the north. But in Freetown, it work well. Because we believe say first. Because the survivor are the expert witness, and they try them in open courts, and you also therefore make the enabling conditions them in the court of law for ensure that survivor able face. Because before now, what they happen, survivors then they come and then they keep the perpetrator on the other side, and the survivor then go see, oh, this person, you remember say this person may rape you. It was so demeaning. For me, you watch somebody we don't do you bad at that time again, it trigger you. And but with the special courts, they can be able to refine them and then be able to find a way. Even survivor can be inside and in the see the perpetrator, but the perpetrator not the see them at that time. So it help. However, there are so many challenges. These courts are only 3 in the nation, and also and the magistrates, the court guidelines where they begin, where they declare the state of emergency. That's cases not they go through magistrate court again. If we can straight away, if we be charged to the high court after preliminary findings, and if we be charged. But because before now, if they go first at the magistrate court, you spend the 6 months, and 6 months after the magistrate get for fine and say, okay, this case is valid for me go to high courts, and they charge on a high court, and then they all been they do delay, especially in Freetown, when are the hotspots of sexual and gender-based violence. But Freetown, they happen so. But in the provinces, it is still happening, because the magistrate court first get for watch, and it means sometimes survivors have to come 4 times, 6 times to the court. After you don't come under the police, you don't come 2 or 3 times. So it's demeaning to that survivor, because first, na boarding, you shift on to them, you pay transports, and after which, even when we win the case, there's no compensation. That's the funny thing. So you continue on the push, and you not get anything we get for claim back. Where somebody don't defy you, where somebody don't rape you, and then you face molestation, or sometimes you face backlash within communities and society itself, from your home, from everywhere, you face backlash. So it becomes very difficult. So we see and say there's a lot to do. And that's why, in fact, recently we try for work with the Ministry of Justice on the Attorney General Office, because the 5th we get training, medical legal training, wherein we'll go out with doctors and also we'll out the prosecutors, because one of the things also where they confuse and where they face challenges is about the doctor, the medical certificates, and how do they tender it in court, you know, the expectations of the prosecutor, the expectations of the family support unit, the expectations of the doctor, so that we all come together and we agreed on the, you know, kind of way. This is what I expect. We the write the medical report. This is what I expect, and we agreed. And at the end of the day, the medical doctor them go able, you know, go further for help with the investigation, for investigate and look. But because sometimes we then go to court, why the prosecutor is pushing some other way, the doctor is also playing with your medical terms. So it become confusing. So that's why we want to bring them together, and then we all discuss some of the challenges and the bottlenecks.
There's this talk where we get study about a machine will forget forensic for do then for help with the judicial process as well. I remember this is something we've been talking about, and government been on promise forget one. How far are we with that? We get any?
No, at the moment we don't get any forensic lab in Sierra Leone, and it's sad that our doctors are always faced with those questions. In as much as you don't prove, say, this woman was raped or this girl was raped, but do you believe that this person way they accuse nine rape, this pikia? So it becomes very difficult because the doctors have not been there. It's for proof, say, I don't get any scientific, you know, proof at that time, say now you're not the real person. But we always depend on circumstantial evidence based on the police investigation. Maybe the picking describe your house, say rape he describe you waiting you been well that day, and waiting. So if he match, it means, you know, sometimes. But the forensic lab to court is something that we have been advocating for ages. However, we also see some flip side of it. Anything get advantages and get disadvantages. Because Liberia been get them. Liberia get two, we then pack, we know, because of the infrastructure we'll get right now. You know, forensic lab need 24-hour lights. Electricity. Do we have that?
But get them for
do we have it and pack it? We pack
go find solar for them.
Okay.
Go find solar.
All right, but also for forensic lab.
But it help a lot. Like you said, it helps with the fight, right?
Yeah,
especially in seeking justice.
Yeah, it helps. So for now, like especially some, you know, we can collect DNA samples and other things for also confirm. Cement, once we see new cement inside the vagina, we can able consent, say, okay, what for proof now, say, you na young cement this, na in area. So that's the problem. But like I say, it's an advocacy we'll continue to push, because I know, say, His Excellency at one point been even declare fund we call developmental partners in our State House, we will declare the presidential task force, we call UNFPA, other thing. They even can't tell with the cost, and he invites partners for maybe we put money inside our accounts and whatsoever. But I'm not sure, you know, because of several challenges, we will not be able, you know, there was no investment in that end at the moment.
Okay. With this kind of data, you know, what do it mean for the feds against SGBV in the country, you know, especially when we talk about they say the number look alarming. Has it gone up or not because I don't get expansion? What's actually they happen on the ground? Is it that people openly can come now and complain now that make them tear they happen because of the awareness?
Well, I will tell you that the issue of GBV and SGBV has given it, you know, so much coverage in the last 5 years and 6 years talking about it, because consistently we as Rainbow, we don't provide data, and government also, we go say, you know, police and the Ministry of Gender and the government has also, because the First Lady hands off our girls, you know, say all of that is about teenage pregnancy, it's about sexual gender-based violence. And it has given so much awareness into the country. And there is now access to services. That's one thing. For me, it's very important. We not go share that in the corner because access to services. Because survivors them they before now, if somebody they rape somebody in Falaba, there was no services in Falaba. There was no services in Kabbalah. There were only 3 rainbow centers. So across the country. So people them they come up from Kailang. Sometimes they spend 3-4 days before they come access services. But now we have services in every district. This even though they are only located within district headquarter towns, which is not enough. And also there has been some investments with donors and other partners coming on board to talk about it. In fact, Rainbow get 2 ambulances who they go across the country. Go into communities, sensitize people about GBV. If you are raped or you know anybody where they may not abused before and you need free medical treatment, we are here to support, to ensure that people access services. For us, it's very important because we will do that, we will save lives. In as much as always we can push for accountability, we're in the justice sector. But we also believe, say, using the survivor center approach, waiting sometimes we will talk about Sierra Leoneans, average Sierra Leoneans. What you would think about accountability or not doing survival of need at that moment? Because the issue of going through the court system, it has to be psychologically. You have to be prepared because you are not just going to talk about one day something just easily we can talk about. This is you are going to talk about your personal life, how somebody don't deflower you or rape you or molest you or abuse you. You don't take your womanhood from you. You don't destroy your own future. You don't destroy your own plans. You don't destroy your own psychology. You know, sometimes, in fact, me always they say rape not to today start. It has been there long ago. Maybe people them not been get access for reports. People them even at family level. We don't hear before now. Before I was born, even we don't hear we parents them. They tell we how them don't abuse them. You know how even them force them child marriage and all of these things. So, but now the difference is how do we create that platform? People are talking about it. I'm here on media today. We talk about this thing. So rather than have been taboo for call somebody, say, may somebody come out say then rape me. No, not talk about them. You know, you will not have that community support. For me, that's very important. The community support. We need a community support. We that picking in a host. We say somebody they abuse me. How do you support that individual for ensure say he able recover? You able access services, you able go through the court system if you want for go through the court system for me get accountability we want.
In the reports there, when they get man them when they come forward as well,
of course, of course. Now you are asking because it's a taboo right now. You are asking because where it we they get man them. In fact, we report this year we get 25.
25 man.
25 boy picking them. We can say
okay, not to adults.
Well, if you as a man, big man, if you go, you report right now na police, say the woman they rape you, waiting you company and go tell you. That's it. That's the thing. And that's the culture. It's not that it's not happening. We don't get sexual harassment from men. You say, you know, this woman they harassed me and it's being reported, which is also part of violation, abuse. And so, but picking them, also they have been reported, then reports, now man them back, then they report. Because the issue of picking them, you know, boy picking them, they have been abused by their colleague men. And of course, we get 1 or 2 cases where man reports somebody's sexual harassment from a lady that is, you know, harassing him constantly. So, and we get for tell them what for doing them, ensure say he gets services.
Okay. So, Daniel, in circumstances like they were waiting at the message where you are left with parent them, you know, woman them, people that were vulnerable more, you know, to GBV cases, SGBV cases, waiting. Now the support that they provide in case anything happens to them, and how could they reach out?
So first, in the circumstances like this, I would say all Syrians first may create an enabling environment in the home, protective of women and girls in your home, in your community, in your school, and any side where you do. And if at all you protect, you do everything for protect an individual, and yet something happen, they abuse somebody. please not hesitate. Go to the Rainbow Center. The Rainbow Centers are 9 in 7 districts or 8 districts across the country. And you can also go to the one-stop center, or you call with free toll line 599 from Africell and Orange 599. We also they do tele-counseling. Sometimes some of these things, some people would not want to go to the Rainbow Center, especially for like what they talk about man, woman, you know, they may not want to go because they don't want direct issue of, so they just need somebody to guide them, for help them for take a decision. And we will provide you tele-counseling. That's 599. We get somebody with the constantly, people then they constantly for talk to you. And also we get now free ambulance services for survivors of gender-based violence.
Okay.
Then they go now every districts. We then go now the community hard to reach areas for ensure say even they picking them with them, because over the years we get picking them with them, they rape with them before then they can the Rainbow Centers, you know, some especially in some districts. Horrible cases them can commodity sometimes and they come in. So we encourage everybody, call the 116 line, call the 599, and also go to the Rainbow Center. We provide not only free medical, but we also help you. That thing where the trouble you will know the sleep.
Okay.
That thing where they help, where they make you, where you the stress, will help you for when you go through psychosocial counseling and counseling services for a period of 3 months, and it can expand based on, you know, you output and you fit pass your stop. But we are always available. Thank you so much.
Okay. Daniel Keto, thank you so much for talking to us this morning, and we'll go continue this conversation. We just want to get an understanding of what's in the report say and how it happened. But thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and congratulations to Truth Media.
Thank you.
This is a marvelous and fantastic place to be.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We go on with phone line now. We get the defense spokesman. We call. We just want to get an update, a quick update of waiting at the situation now with the officers them where the Guinea military been arrested, and I understand say they don't move then go now other side. Good morning, Miss Commodore. Good morning.
Good morning, Lamana. Good morning, listener.
Yes. So I just waiting at the updates. Waiting actually. Na the detail with we officers them. Una able get information from them who side and they and waiting at the status.
Yes, we don't get information that they don't move them to the brigade headquarters. The units who been take part in this their own operation or this exercise don't evacuate them back to their own headquarters. And we understand that they're okay, no problem, nothing.
So, Honorable know almost of them did it because the Guinean authorities them and other media then the reports about 16. Is that confirmed?
Yes, that figure is
how many military officers?
So now, but left audience will say we talk about police and military, not security personnel. Then two different.
Okay. So yesterday we've been talking about a fact-finding team. How far then they? Them been able to reach there yesterday and get meeting with the Guinean authorities?
The challenge with there, you know, say that Falaba area, the road network and the distance. But as they assume they're on the ground now because they left yesterday and go overnight na Kabbalah, then we don't left. But what I want to bring to Pambo the knowledge, the high level personalities that were involved in this fact finding, and we also want to use the local chiefs them, the local authorities them, and influencers them. People then we come on other communities, we very influential within the listen so that they would use for go get this own information. Let we audience then also understand, say, we get the Yalonka, for example, we they on Salon side, you can get the same ethnicity, Yalonkas on the other side. In fact, then get one organization, where this organization, the two people, either from Guinea or Salon, are part of them. So once we use this structure as well for this escalate this thing. And the good thing here is we want to assure we listeners them and Sierra Leonean is that even on the Guineans their own side, they don't want to escalate this thing further.
But why they still hold the officers them? They unable understand what to make them hold them, why them still keep them. It's the treaty there.
So what may happen, this exercise, then conduct them at the defense and security level. We will see and say from the press release. The press release will come out, now the chief of defense staff, nice sign them. Not to the foreign affairs, or we know from this press release, we will not see a whole government approach. So probably, assumption again, then they use their own structure for resolve this thing. And Lamrana and Odmi audience, this thing not going to be resolved at diplomatic, at defense and security level. It will only be resolved at diplomatic level.
So, what's in the assurance? Because yesterday we were all thinking this could have been resolved and then don't release the officer there. But it seems they're still there. They don't move them, say from outside and been there to another place. What's in the assurance? Say they could be released very soon.
The assurance is that in the first place, we don't make them clear to the counterparts that these people, they not commit anything. If they commit anything, the process and procedures they will follow. So we don't ask for their unconditional release. Their safety is paramount to we. But again, the level where the team don't reach now, country to country, government to government, there is no way they will do anything. We go undermine what we call the law of armed conflict. We get international laws then we cover we and Guinea and any country now the part of the UN how to deal with cases like this. So then no say if we bring in people then for can arbitrate between we and them, it will bring a lot of embarrassment. Where if they treat them inhumanely, it not go put them in a better bookings and footings. So this matter will be resolved as soon as possible. It's a matter of we all know in the diplomatic world and get processes and procedures.
But yesterday, me and you been to talk about the good relationship we get with the military gets with the military na Guinea. And just few days ago, I get an ECOWAS conference here. And very recently we awarded a Guinean military officer. Why is this going to be another diplomatic issue again? Is it that we're not able to resolve them at our own defense and military level?
So the kind way the thing don't come out now, the way it don't come out, it's not going to be like I said earlier. It's not going to be resolved at defense and security level. It has to be escalated to diplomatic level.
Is there something we don't know or you're not telling the public? Is there something? Because yesterday you sounded like this is something that can be resolved easily and quickly, but it seems it don't go beyond that, right?
In fact, I get more confidence now say the thing they resolve quickly, but just that with the team say we security, defense and security, we dey at a diplomatic level. The Rio Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they're on top of the situation. If you ask them, then they'll assure you.
So, I understand that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, they travel go Guinea. Is that different from the fact-finding team where they Falaba, where they go meet with the other authorities them as well?
Say a thing like this, you get for use a systems approach. You get for use all your resources we get. So for let minister go meeting company minister, it makes sense. Whilst we get a team where they go on the field, go get the facts and relay them facts and later on. So whether they engage, constructive or informed discussion they will get. Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Commodore, for speaking to us. We definitely go keep in touch with you for more updates on the situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. That na Commodore Hassan Seikumba, the spokesman for the defense, and also maybe on the give update. Yes, I will be getting the give update about the situation na Falaba and with the military officers. Them we can't join. We guess them now. We can talk about the law and how do we interpret it? You know, we come to appointment, we come to constitutional amendment issues. I get two guests, two legal practitioners, them where we can run through it quickly. Yes, we'll take a quick break. We'll join them shortly.
Cry, but all the votes where them vote politicians and don't care about them at all. Watch out! Oh, Jaja, see the youths them they cry, but all the votes where them vote politicians and don't care about them at all. Wiki, the youths man them not glad, yo. We the youths and we not glad, yeah. The youths man them not glad, yo. We the youths and we not glad, yeah. Do something for the youths man them. Do something for the youths man them. Do something for the
Welcome back. Listen, it's Good Morning Devotion. It's so hopefully we'll get we military, we officers them come back to the country safely. You know. The spokesman said this don't move beyond their own level. It's at diplomatic level. Now, understand the minister, they travel with a team for go Conakry today for engaging counterpart there in the Guinean government. And also some chiefs from Falaba, Koinadugu, then say if they go engage the other authorities. Then hopefully we'll resolve this peacefully and amicably. I get my guest them at the studio this morning. I get Ibrahim Yusuf Bangura, we na a legal practitioner and also a governance specialist. Good morning, fellows, and welcome.
Good morning, Lamrana. Thank you for having me.
Alfred Commander, na the public relations person for the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Alfred, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Lamrana. Good morning, people of Sierra Leone.
Thank you. We can talk about law this morning and appointment. Like I said yesterday, Parliamentary interview the proposed Chief Electoral Commissioner Edmond Alpha. But quickly, let's talk to Honorable Abdul Kagbo, when I'm a member of that committee day, but they're not been there in another interview panel day yesterday. Good morning, Honorable. Hello, Honorable. Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Lamana.
Yes, Honorable, like I mentioned earlier, you were in part of the interview panel yesterday and other APC members they not been there. Was it a boycott?
I don't know if you will give me small term general perspective for when results of the election.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Firstly, we all been in this salon with elections take place. Yeah. Waiting happen these elections, 2023 elections, you know, ever happen in the history of Salon. This is now the first election we'll get. 28th of June, 2023. The following embassies and diplomatic delegations they express concern over irregularities and lack of transparency in the tabulations of the result. The United States Embassy, the British High Commission, the Irish Embassy, the Embassy of Germany, the Embassy of France, and the EU delegation, then do a joint statement, then condemn the entire elections. Enough stop there. This is now the first election we ever get where the United States Department of State issue a statement. And in the statement, they even realize the observers, then the bone of contention where they raise about lack of transparency. And they even call the United States Department of State even call for an independent external investigation on these very elections where we don't. And then get under the visa policy where tied to democratic integrity. They impose restrictions on individuals that way they believe say undermine the democratic process na Sierra Leone. Yes, the one that way even manipulates the process and we also intimidate voters them. It not ever happen as alone. Then give them all visa restrictions. Yeah? Then it not stop there. This now the first elections in the history of Salone where the European Union Observer Mission they make a statement and then say the tabulation process it lack transparency. They note detail of polling station results. They say they not publish detail of polling station results. That is aggregated results where they ask for. They say they not publish. This now the first election where the Qatar Center talks the Electoral Commission. It said they not release disaggregated results. And then say the omission they prevent independent verification. That Qatar Center. This now the first election also where the ECOWAS elections mission been there alone. And where they acknowledge the operational challenges them and the tensions during the elections. And then call for calm and then say we dialogue.
Okay. Honorable.
This now the first election where the African Union also raised concerns about transparency and procedurial. So this election, not like any other elections, where we take easy, or these elections get a lot of effect on the credibility of us as a country. This election gets a lot of negative impact on we as a nation. So what's in happen? Because of the election come also, the opposition take seats, not take seats in a governance, because the opposition feels all lengthen there where the international observers then don't note. We self note say the elections not ever transparent. In fact, I'll give you an example. Me in the Falaba. No, I'm in the Northwest region. Now me I'm in the counting officer of the party. I go with all the RRF forms them from the Northwest. In fact, for Cambia, they're not even result it. They're not even count their result it. Where them pull from Cambia, then count it at the Tale Center, then pack on a corner. They're not even counter it. Where corner announced 60% of the stations. And 60% of the stations na Cambia, na 318 polling stations.
Honorable Abdul Kabo.
So they announced. Yes,
Honorable
sir.
Abdul Kabo, now based on this background where you the giso, make una no attend the interview yesterday, or it's on the party's position?
Yes. Now I make Asele, you give me small time, sir.
You know, the time we don't plenty now. We got other guests away there. The time don't long small. I've been one do quick. So now then they make una no attend yesterday.
No, I want let you not say. Even we assumption of seats, we assume seats na parliament. Not now because of the agreement for national unity and the tripartite recommendations. If you look at the agreement for national unity, because the people away feel say no, what's it happen as alone not correct. But let we come together, let bring the two parties then together. So there was an agreement between government and the opposition APC.
So now
the first recommendation.
But the agreement doesn't suspend the constitution, right? About appointing an electoral commissioner.
When Naya they come to so. Exactly, Naya they come to so. The agreement, the second resolution say the opposition for return to governance. So the opposition in return one to governance is highly hinged on the agreement for national unity. And the third resolution say let them get a committee where they call the tripartite committee, where go constitute members from APC, members from government, and the international partners. Let them examine the elections results where everybody don't condemn, and let them profile recommendations for ensure say wetin happen 2023 no ever happen in the history of we country again. That committee they come up with a resolution when a resolution 36 Why they come up with that resolution? Because they believe say the commission play a role for now we get this damning election results where everybody condemn, including international partners. They say, well, now we find a way where we go get the commission, the Chief Electoral Commission in team, direct appointment by the president, where we go get influence over them. So for that, then come with recommendation 36. Recommendation 36, they call for let them amend subsection 3 of section 32. We give president the right for appoint the commissioners after consultation with political leaders of political parties. So this very recommendation, they not do them for any other election, so then do them for the 2028 elections. So that when it happen 2023, no ever happen 2028. So that recommendation 36 leads to the amendment, proposed amendment of subsection 3 of section 2. Now they don't go with the amendments in the parliament. And they say all the parties that have been committed to that agreement, we don't do first reading. We can do second reading and third reading at any given point in time. So why not we wait? Let we amend that constitution the way don't bring shame and disgrace because of the election outcome.
But as a lawmaker, honorable, that recommendation there or the amendment with the toner, does it suspend the constitution or waiting the part now, of the president for a point?
What's it say? Because of the agreement of national unity and the tripartite, they agree, all the parties then sign say, then for do all of them amendments there, leading to 2028 elections.
But election is a cycle.
So that you need to, 2023.
But election is a cycle. You need to prepare for the election, and that's if una amend the constitution, that can replace whatever has been happening. The president could possibly appoint another person, right?
No. It not come by so. Anybody when the president appoints now, the constitution not retroactive.
So if anybody when the constitution, you need to change the status of the person.
No, it ain't change. It ain't change. Waiting been don't happen. Waiting been don't happen. They stand. Then the amendments now no go be for 2028 again. No, it go be for 2032 when at the next election calendar. So we they say any amendments where they na 2028 if for effect, not to 2032 elections if for effect. So women they call the president say this man don't have a month. The amendment already in a parliament. In the next 1 month we they done with them. In the next 2 weeks if government ready we they done with them. Okay. So why not we wait for let the recommendations there affect the 2028 elections? Then we want push and for let affect 2032 so that we go back after we come out 2028.
Okay, honorable, we don't get that point.
We don't want.
We don't get that point. Waiting
we don't want.
Yes, waiting on no want.
We don't want this trip. For now we sit down and do all the things that will lead to waiting happen 2023. Then we wait after they don't succeed for do on 2028. Then we say, "Look, come from committee back for sit down discuss, for sit down how we the amender for no." We want to amend every problem will lead to 2020 because now due to the assurance, the tripartite recommendations.
It seems the government is not waiting for you. It seems the government is your colleague them been in a parliament yesterday do the vetting and maybe possibly they will approve the commissioner. They're not waiting. It doesn't seem. Una don't give 48 hours as a political party. Una as members of parliament, una get for adhere to waiting the party say that una go withdraw from parliament and una no go attend parliamentary sittings and activities, right?
Like I tell you, Lamana, we go to parliament because of an agreement. So if that agreement in the presence of we all, then they disrespect them. Meaning, we not get for cooperate with government.
Okay.
Because the agreements now the assurance that the next elections will be free and fair.
Okay.
Now the assurance that the next elections not going to be exposed to the problems the way the 2023 elections exposed to. So we they call on government say, una wait, let Parliament amend subsection 3 of section 32, when are one of the contributing factors then to the appalling elections where we may get 2023. So that 2028.
If Edmond Alpha is approved on Friday, una they withdraw from Parliament?
You don't see the press statement from the party. And that press statement they cover we all because we represent Parliament. We are officers of the party.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Honorable Albukabo. Wish you the very best. Hopefully, when you come back, we'll get some more time for discuss further. I understand you're out of the country, but we wish you the very best. We'll keep in touch. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Abdul Kagbo, now the minority leader in the parliament, we're going to talk about the position yesterday. They not attend the hearing, the vetting way go on. Alfred Commander, I'll start with you. I see the bar association on a pull press release for us on a congratulates later on a pull another one where una agree about the parliamentary process and all of this. I've been just they ask the honorable whether in situations like this where there is an agreement and there is a constitution and there is an amendment bill, waiting the supersede, in your understanding of the constitution.
The most important documents organ of this country where they supersede every other document like the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. And I know say even the honorable know that. And I see it try for say there is an instrument before the parliament for amend certain sections. What we all know as a nation that over time, from one president to another, we all don't agree say the 1991 Constitution gets a number of loopholes that we need for go together and then look into them. And then review them, amend, and get new constitution. Now, then the people of Kenya do, where today then gets a very progressive constitution. But it look like, say, with the cherry pick, where we feel, say, at the moment, this one's too important for we, then we go amend that. I not even the feel, say, if you amend just that section. Because when they go, we don't even know what we want. Maybe just that section, enough for address all of the issues they talk about from one election to another where we don't get challenges. But however, if I go to the press releases we'll pull, so the first press release, we actually congratulated Edmond Alpha, yes, on the appointment. Then we also admonish her in the process that we go once make a performing functions well and all of that. So firstly, as directors, we meet before we pull out the release. And say when I get for discourse and then when I get like a position. So of course, it not go always be say when all they get like the same views, but at the end of the day, a release for come out. So this one being come out, we get the congratulations, and later after a rethink, we decide for say, I think there was a misstep because there is parliamentary approval where we need for waits for. However, as my own personal position, I not think say, especially with the congratulation, not to the other aspects, because to me, you get two processes in this process. You get the appointment, you get the approval.
So the first one stand for the congratulation?
No, me as a person, not the institution now. Okay. They talk for me. I remember they tell where they appoint Siba, where they appoint Francis Ben Kelfala, where they appoint others, where these are people close to me, for example. I congratulated them even before parliamentary approval. I don't think say there is anything You understand?
But there's no legality to that, say, congratulating, like from the bar, from the institution, say, congratulating someone, even where Parliament not approve a mate.
I don't think say anything wrong with that. Me, in my own, I don't think say, especially you are congratulating on the appointment.
Okay, the individual.
Yes, there is approval, which is another way Parliaments go look into and decide, say, you know, it's in. Well, not they approve you. We're very rare in Sierra Leone. Most times, appointment goes with approval. Even though I think you get few cases where they don't appoint, then approval not take place. Now, in respect of the appointments, a position of the Sierra Leone Bar Association are that we respect the fact that there is a certain agreement where the Honorable they talk about between government, I don't know if now government and APC or
yes, government, APC and them
yes.
partner, international partner.
So firstly, there is a problem with even the arrangements there. Because when they talk about national something, it is say an agreement, and then it's just between the government and one political party. When you get a number of other political players in this whole process. So now you want this agreement to may reflect on everybody and not just the two parties. So my position is, if there is an agreement and you really feel say this agreement now something way enforceable, and you think say somebody don't breach provisions of that agreement, go enforce her. You understand? And as far as we concern, the president don't act in accordance with the 1991 Constitution, when at the supreme law of the country. It don't appoint. Then we also get, for understand, say there has been consultation with 14 political parties. Then 12 say, we agree with you appointment, with you suggestion, say you want this person for be Chief Electoral Commissioner, and 2 say, no, we don't agree. So what's in sweet by all of this, it actually they show how democracy they play out.
Yeah.
So the fact that you get 2 other people who disagree, it's a good thing for even democracy. Because now, then 2 other people, and they must get forgiven reasons why we say we're not okay with you. So let's say Edmond Alpha go through Parliament, they approve him. In this process, they approve him now. You get for also look at the concerns of them 2 political parties and ensure so you incorporate them concerns and not just the 12 political parties. Now, with the APC deciding, say they know they go Parliament, then they boycott, I think it's a disservice to the people of this country. I don't really feel say the APC went to Parliament because of an agreement. Then go Parliament because people vote them in.
Yeah, but the Honorable say now after, because it give a background to the outcome of the election. Say that they make them not bingo.
The agreement is a document. Let's say they're not being voted them in. Agreements, no agreement, they are not going to Parliament. You understand? But people don't entrust everything. Say we get a representative. Now this we own area. Where they go represent you in a Parliament, speak on our behalf, challenge issues, push for policies. Then now, on important issues like this, you decide, say, no, we are not going. Of course, if you not go, we don't see whether it was Anes Baikoma because I don't dare small, or whether it's Mother Bio. If the other person not go, they always push it through. So it's a disservice to the people of the country.
But is the bar concerned that could affect governance as well?
Well, that's the bar. For me, of course, I go be concerned as a Sierra Leone Bar Association. I make a tell you say it's a disservice to the people who elect them. Recognize that, then go and go. If you are going to object, let the people know. Say, let it on record that this is what we say. This not correct. We don't want this person because of this and this and these reasons. But if you're not there, then the man gets a clean slate and go through.
Okay. Yusuf, you hear from Honorable. Waiting clear is the APC, will not return possibly to Parliament if Edmond Alpha is approved as Chief Electoral Commissioner. This whole issue about the Constitution and the appointments, consultation, and the amendment bill and the agreement for national unity. Waiting are your opinion and position about them?
Thank you very much, Lama. So I think from the onset, La just did say, yes, That is the right position on the law. That's the constitution supersede every document. There's an extant provision with the president can go by. But you know, interestingly enough, there's such a thing as legality and there's such a thing as legitimacy. Legality not always give legitimacy. Fact remains that as much as the law stand and the law precedents don't go by, but there's a process we come about because stakeholders them feel say there's a problem somewhere, there's a disconnect. I think for me the interesting thing or the irony in all of this conversation is that people they try for make like I say they no say problem day, or that they know how we reach say for change, you know, for amend this provision in the constitution. So from a governance perspective, for me, that is the starting point. That problem been there with this provision where parties then sit down and agree say for change. So my own view is not that this agreement supersedes the constitution. No, the constitution is still the law. But there was a mischief. It caused a problem. Then go then get the tripartite recommendations, recommendation 36, say therefore amend section 32 subsection 3 of the 1991 constitution. This process is ongoing. All the differing arguments them about for act, this, for council standstill. Edmond Alpha done the act from July 2025.
Isn't there a timeline? Say person go act 1 year and a job?
If the need arises, Lamrana, they will give extension under within safe day, under acting position day. So what is important is the sincerity for solve the problem. Because here's what it is now. Me not go sit down and cast aspersions. I'll leave that to the politicians as to why SLPP or the government hell-bent on having Edmond Alpha. I'm sure he's a qualified and competent individual. But do you want to now get to a place where this man don't go through, as he go through? We always sit on there, no say he go through. Now in the conduct 2028 elections, then the Unsara no the panel.
No, but we don't know.
No. You see,
they go the well.
I agree with me, Lane Junior, where he say, na salonusa ude most times student don't appoint, what the president nominates person, they go through. And me think say, na either than the Bar Association look at, or also that the Bar Association recognize the sway where it gets on public opinion, so it lend in voice. You know, Sunday then day, you know you influence where you get. You know, say where you talk, people and they follow. You know, I'm sure you go get a different view for that day, but that's a separate conversation. For me, as I say, where we are, we know say this thing come with problem. 2023 elections, and maybe na the issue day that people they say, oh, just we focus on 2023 elections. Lamrana, from where we return to democracy in 1996, every election, some man the question, doubt the day, believe in not day, issue must day. It is a problem. We have to get to a place where people think say the tripartite. I have never been in favor of the tripartite.
Why?
As a lawyer, because I think say the legal platform for address electoral issues is the Supreme Court. Yeah. So waiting the governance body or the body politic of this country don't do now for undermine that process they create another process now where moving forward this process by itself is being undermined. So waiting that happen. Political parties they not get believing for go courts because tripartite they
so is that what APC is doing? Say okay, well let we, because we don't get tripartite agreements, let we not participate in governance and go call in a table again, low sit down and get a conversation about the issues.
But that is even problematic and dangerous because at the end of the day, Lamrana, you know, governance and politics enough for be about talk prize. There's a reason why we go to vote. Country then they will not vote. They not get election. If we go into elections, it's because we want for respect the rule of the choice of the people. We want for make with people and get a choice. Uda, they govern them. So if we have issues with elections, we don't sit down, we don't say, as I say, for me, it would have been the court and nothing else as a lawyer. But we don't sit down and say, okay, law push the court to one side, which I think, to a large extent, is an indictment on the judiciary. Say, okay, We not the go yanda you no angudi. Let us sit down.
But it's the
talk.
APC we not believe or go to the court. We not go to
So-
court. There are people within the APC we advise say, let's go to court and challenge this. But they
Lamrana, if you did sonsai, like we did as head of Truth Media, you staff the issue come and they not get believing for go meet the pa, for low go talk to her, lay able adjudicate this issue freely and fairly. It means there's a problem. It means you not instill enough confidence in your subordinates and for let them know say we then cancel you. You they do so you they give judgment impartially. That is an indictment on your own leadership. It is not about the people we not agree come. If them in things said and they can't get waiting and suppose forget, they would come. But you see, for me, I think there's a bigger piece of this conversation. Yes, the focus now is on the Chief Electoral Commissioner and everything, and it will go before. I think the conversation we are not having in all of this is how do we get to a place where we dey get elections, where all man they believe, and all man they trust, and all man able accept the results of the elections and they. That is where the accountability and that is where the transparency come in. Sitting here, I know that one of the things then will happen under tripartite recommendations, now the functional and management review of the ECSL, which was completed, and I'm sure so you can recall them, you don't do that presentation to president back in, I think it was June of 2025. To date, we're not hearing nothing with the inside it. And that recommendation, they identify key issues and come up with 85 actionable recommendations, amongst which for incorporate technology and cybersecurity. Wherefore do you see Melania Jr. talk about, I see reference Kenya. It's interesting that most times we want for give example, looking, just think of examples that work. But Kenya, the same Kenya, then gets a judiciary with overturn elections results. Kenya then judiciary, I think it's the judiciary in Africa where nine the model. Just this morning I read something where one woman carry husband go na court because the man say na for choose the name, the woman not get rights for choose the name, then go na court. The way people and the service the judiciary in Kenya, it means because they have faith and belief in Kenya. But also, if we want for refer to Kenya, the last elections get the most transparent election management system where lamrana like I sit down so you do hold your phone, you do follow foot how the results they waka, you do able to sit down, you do tabulate. But if na me they go vote, just from a commonsensical standpoint, if me grab with me 2 foot I go vote. Why then they count me vote? Why for be secret? Why not for no? Why not for understand how then they count this vote? Why not for able to sit down and me also I take and say Alfred Commander don't get one. Ibrahim Bangoya don't get one. Lamrana don't get one. We can't say as it also they are no say this na Lamrana don't win. They wait someone out for let them can announce. Why is that such a problem?
So Edmond Alpha said something yesterday. Say I've been watch the live. Say political parties always complain when they lose election, and we don't get times same way. Party in the opposition we can even challenge the appointment of electoral commissioners. Them can come in and win the election. Unfa is an example. The SLPP challenged his appointment, but at the end, they end up winning the election. Christian Atop wasn't appointed by the APC government then come, then during Pakaba time, then challenge them, they become a conduct an election, and they won an election. So the individual, they determine the election outcome. It's about the process and systems and we talk about for settle. Is it not waiting the nation for pay attention to, or the party, the APC party for pay attention to?
And that is my point. Say, yes, the individual kinde, and see, me not watch yesterday, but if not, then they talk something, na message they give. But I say that very lightheartedly. But for me, it is why, as much as I would be concerned, because other people and all raise some issues them, about Edmond Alpha, but obviously he's not here to answer for their allegations and this, so I will not repeat them, I will not go over them. But fact remains, like you don't say, that it is the systems and the processes na info be the focus of the conversation. Because at the end of the day, where we want to get to as a democracy, na lay where then vote, where people vote, that process they is so transparent that person not able get out.
Okay.
That if person in just one for Allah normal as a political party, it go Allah as a political party because politicians will do what they will do. But in all of this, I think Lamrana, the important point we don't make is that ECSL, they work for and on behalf of the people. Forget who that they appoint to. They have a responsibility to the people. And so democracy works on trust. Would they grab, would they register, would they go turn up for go vote to team up in a line with vote? Because we trust that ECSL go able perform their duties the way we them for performer, because we trust that then go reflect the will and the wishes of we the people of Sierra Leone.
Okay, Commander, I'll bring you into this conversation about building institutions. You know, like I say, I followed the interview yesterday about, Edmond saying it's been there over 20 years from Christian Atopin to this moment. He don't run elections. He don't work in different capacity. How do we get to the point, Usai, we go build institutions like ECSL? Everybody no go get trust in them. Politicians, they always go complain. But how do we get it to serve, its purpose that people and vote need to be secured? Their allegiance is to the public and not politicians. This brings me to the point about the recommendation or the clause in the amendment bill where they talk about how to appoint the electoral commissioner. Could that be a better way for make them more independent?
So I go back to Kenya where my brother say why we always use institutions we don't work. So for example in Kenya we all know say they mean get one terrible outcome of the elections where the country, everybody been there in turmoil, like they actually fought because a
people
number
died.
of people not accept waiting been the outcome of that results there. However, they learn from that. They now say, oh, we don't get this experience and it really affects we as a nation. It taints we character, we image internationally. We destroy strong bonds that we don't get. So what do? Then say, we go and then set up the constitution. Because at the end of the day, that document there, now the most important, now in the drive, all then changes there how they talk about. Provided we are very sincere with ourselves. We not just want to go take one small area in the constitution and say, this one will fix it. It's not possible. There are times what's in this constitution need now. It's a 1991 constitution. When you look at it, it's almost like a photocopy of the one-party system constitution, where you give the president enormous powers. This every other person, members of the Fourth Estate, members of civil society organizations, you understand, pressure groups. We all don't talk about this constitution, that there is need for get an overhaul of the entire constitution, provided we are sincere. But now, we don't see, for example, the Kawan.
Recommendation.
Yes. That was a fantastic job. They went to each and every corner of this country, speak to every sect in this country, follow we able to get a document where actually they give you like a roadmap for the next couple of years. You understand? But up till this moment, from one leadership to another, we look at her, we actually know say, oh, there are concerns here, but we know they take them seriously. So now, we get for reach this stage.
Is it about lack of sincerity?
Yes.
With the political clash?
Of course. It's about, now this I've been talking the other day where I've been there. Like, for example, it's very possible now say somebody go in at this system, is comfortable with how things they run, yeah? So you don't see a problem with the judiciary. You don't see a problem with the way NEC they run. You don't see a problem with almost all the other institutions, security forces and things like that, because maybe you the benefit from the terrible things that then would happen there. You understand? But you now they go through these same challenges. You go to court, maybe you not get bail. Oh, this not bailable offense. Oh, this not this. We don't agree on plenty thing. Then give you the opportunity now. Can sit down at the seats, and when you can, Then things say, we be don't say, oh, this is wrong, this is that. Then you embrace them back. Then with the begin now, the other man back where we don't enjoy, they say now say, but go to the law this, look the law, look You understand? We are not
And why is it always there's a problem in interpreting the law with you lawyers? You know, this person will get in your way, how we explain like you mentioned, whether a willpower gets influence, and this person will get in your way, I the same.
But the good thing is, in respect of this appointment, every lawyer way I don't deal with in a studio, don't agree, say the president don't act in accordance with the law. Every lawyer. Every lawyer don't say whatever arrangements would have been get, the constitution, they are above her. You understand? So we are in agreement with that. I don't see any disagreement with that. However, one important thing when my brother mentioned that the judiciary of Sierra Leone been gets a great role for playing all of this. Now, I make way, I've been in a radio the other day, somebody say, oh, there was a problem with 2023 elections. From me and as a lawyer, I said, no, there was none.
Because they're not challenging.
The fact that you did not challenge it means say you are okay with the status quo.
But the parties to the election agree, say there was a problem, and the agreement for national unity. They sat and say, but the president have said this, say because there's been continuous complaint. Let us sit down, let us get agreements on how could we reform the electoral system, and that is an agreement.
So the law did say, you say, the moment you not challenge the elections results within that period where the law provide for, it only means say the process itself was credible. Now something we'll move on with. You get the opportunity for go meet the courts. Let's say these agreements, when they talk about recommendations and this and that, how do you actually like enforce them? But let's say now being courts will be goes Supreme Courts. Then the Supreme Court give orders, clear court orders that this is what we're not supposed to do, this is what we're not supposed to do. It becomes enforceable. The moment anybody go against them, then you're in contempt of court. But at the time you say there is a major flaw with the whole agreement itself between two people in respect of a whole country. You get NGC out of it. You get Unity out of this. You get PDP out of this. You get all of the other political parties. They are all out. They just say this agreement are between APC and the government of Sierra Leone.
But is it that those who, let's say the government was part of it and then signed this agreement, and at this point, now then they implement some of the things that the president now do the appointment, is it not in that spirit there, as part of the reforms, like you mentioned earlier, Kenya saw a problem and said, let's solve this problem. Here is an opportunity, let's solve them. As part of an opportunity for solve the problem, we don't continue. In that spirit, they're not for being done. You don't think, say, they should have waited until after the amendment of the constitution and appoint whoever go be electoral commissioner, so the other party to the agreement will get confidence and trust in the process?
So Kenya saw the problem, and now when they want an answer, it was all inclusive. Inclusion. Very participatory. That's the key issue why they talk about here with this agreement. I say it's not inclusive. It's very restrictive. You understand? It's not even participatory. In all of them processes, then it was APC on the one hand and government on the other. You understand? It's not participatory. It's not inclusive. When Kenya saw the need for medicine reform, they actually ensure say everybody participates in the process. Everybody. Whether you land book, whether you know land book, whether you did part of a political party or not, members of the media, you understand? I think they even get a whole section in the constitution just for free speech. You understand? For protect the media space. When you watch that constitution, you see say, now the people and get her. It takes so much powers away from the president and all them players and then hand them over to the people. That's what you want to do. Because every other possible way they come in, now actually you they come as a servant of the people. You can serve with the people. But now, you left all the constitutional review process on the pan. We want to say this. Now the most important documents. These are lawmakers. These are people who understand the laws. These are people who get legal people them. Like in all the parties, then they all get their lawyers. Then you understand. Even looking at it, when I all go able watch and say no, I don't even think say this sits well. This go just be like we dey try for protect we own interest. And this is not about your interest. It's a national.
So these are missed. We missing an opportunity again for fix the problem.
We're missing it. But now the constitutional review process still there. Can we push for that? Can we push for that?
But even the one we get for do election, we na amendment.
We get confusion.
We get confusion. But then they get some serious confusion. Now in the opposition say then they walk out pan so then they participate.
Amendments. This they talk about appointments of the. Just appointments.
Yeah, but then get other issues that we then get concerned. It's just because now this appointment day na the limelight right now.
So can we now just go to the constitution? But the constitution, we don't do a great job with this one. You understand? This is not something we even then do under Ernest Bai Koroma, you understand, as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. President Bio don't come. We don't get few sessions with civil society activists and other people, other players them. Now, why can't we go get a document where we all gonna say this not the people and documents?
Yusuf, we missed an opportunity for reform, for fix this problem about after every other election you get confusion and disagreement?
I think we definitely have. I think there's been no sincerity of purpose from my own perspective. I think people know the issues, but it's easy for sidestep the issues, talk around the issues, find way for explain the issues, let them confuse people and all of that. My personal view, I don't think nothing wrong with the 1991 Constitution.
They're not for we not
I
for
don't think
amend that?
nothing wrong with them. I think Chukwu Emeka been done and he shares the same view. I think, like how you say, waiting at the issue, as always, now how people they interpret or how then they choose for interpret. Because as lawyers, we know say there are rules of interpretation. You get clear-cut way for interpret certain things. But people have always found a way for interpret the laws them, how it suits them. For instance, me and you are Muslim. Okay, always like for getting simplistic example there. The law allow me and you and every other Muslim for married 4F. But some people will argue that there's a caveat there. We say if you're not able to be fair and just to the all, not married. People then go take that interpretation, they further for say, no way, no day, where you the able like all them 4F
together the kind way.
So really, what's in the Quran they tell you is that now 1F, now you for married, and not put an other direct way. Because at the end of the day, even you picking there, no parents not they ever admit say like one picking past the other one. But you must get one where you get soft spots, boy. You must get one where now you do open hyper and all of that. That is the reality. That is where we are. It's so easy for rely on their laws there, but let us even look places now like America. Their laws are being tested. You get people that will go always look the law and interpret and say, now so me they see this law, now so me they interpret this law. But what is important, we just see, for instance, the decision with the Supreme Court take against President Trump in tariffs. That is where the Supreme Court, that is where that arm of government becomes important. Because now they're supposed for hold the balance. Now they're supposed for where the executive want overreach. Now then for draw them is can say no, you're not supposed for reach yonder. But a couple of things. We talk a lot about Kenya elections and what we learn from that and all of this. Fact remains is Salon we not on land. We refuse for land. Because you see in all of these arguments where people they argue, they go and jump, so they go and turn about, they go and turn about. I guarantee you, and you have made an interesting point, and Edmond Alpha make an interesting point, that the government right now, majority of them not sit down, they think, say, this still then they do so, you go more there, because the assumption is then they go in 2028. I promise you, now I will sit down, okay, mark these dates. If the elections in 2028, APC win that election day, the next day, I promise you, say, SLPP, they begin their Allah, they begin to condemn. They begin
that
to
is how it
criticize.
has been. Yeah.
So, for me, it tells us that we need for bill systems. Lay we avoid for the look at things them we go benefits we, or things them where we feel say go work in we interest. At the end of the day, what we need to do is come together as a collective and figure out a way where we be able to get
But
elections.
is it deliberate? Because the point is, there is an opportunity. You have a president who is now running for another term. We don't agree, say yes. Every other election we don't conduct, from when begin contest, there are issues. Let's have a solution to this problem now and fix them. Get an agreement, get amendment, get constitutional review. Is it deliberate that, at a point, we did like 2 years to election, at a point where they talk about fixing the poll, look at the reviews of ECSL, the police and other institutions, then we still talk about disagreements. The opposition say they will not participate in governance. Is it deliberate?
I'm going to say something where I'm sure a lot of people not going to agree with. I feel sorry for President Bio.
Why?
This is a man we get in second term. In government, don't need for spend a chunk of time for the dispel or quell down conversations around in second term, and I get in second term, which I think was very unfair to him. Whoever Gida advised the, or however ECSL pass, say them mix up and then botch the elections, I think was very unfair to President Bio. Here's the interesting thing, that all the reports them, we don't see, what they have said was that the process was not transparent, was that they not believe, say, the president gets that 56.5%, but even new, now they at serious loggerheads, they are persona non grata, na ECSL, said the president was leaning and that the elections should have gone into a runoff. This man was leading. He was heading to a runoff. Who's guarantee anybody gets away go that runoff, they go win that runoff? So first and foremost, I think ECSL did him a great disservice. But president as a leader, he get people them where he appoint, where now then they take lead on certain issues, now then they advise them. A lot of the people them, where they around them, in the contest too. But a lot of entrusted people there, in key allies, they all get interest by 2028. As political animals, Lamrana, you think, say, then one and they go be aligned with the president in view of, well, me now, na statesman, me are no mixer, they can't do it incorrect.
But the system can still be the right way and you win election. It doesn't need to be by in a way where
Thank you very much. So now I make us say what the focus should be. And waiting everybody for the strive for. Now for let we get to a point where you they win election. Doubt not the question not the. Melanie Junior we sit on a living witness. When say become PRO of the bar, he spend the first almost weeks. They go na media for go explain. Oh no. Who they now who them pick? Now who they? No, so if for go. Whereas it could have been from the one. They begin to articulate the things them with the Bar Association one for focus on. So that is where we are missing it. Now they would get problem. And for me, Lamrana, I will say this. Why I think everybody should be worried, as I say. We don't establish now this country, we don't set precedents. Now lawyers, we speak in terms of precedents. We don't set precedents, say, we believe in the election, not gonna courts. Set confusion no more. Then the draw cannot table on sit down. We don't establish that there. Who's guarantee we get now say other elections and not to tripartite or quadrupartite or whatever else get for come. Now the tripartite, not the work. The tripartite don't fall out.
Yeah.
So we don't eliminate for gonna court. Seemingly they can eliminate tripartite. What next?
Commander, I go ask you, Commander, how do we build institutions or how do we get institutions, organizations, then professional bodies like Bar Association, say in situations like then where they get a lot of issues with constitutional interpretation, discussion, for able to come in and say what is the right thing and stand with the people of this country?
So it's a difficult thing, especially in a country wherein there's a sharp divide, even in professional bodies. And especially with the Sierra Leone Bar Association, we are in it don't come out very clear now. So it's very, very difficult if una get a sharp divide for una able actually put in place the right mechanism.
Sharp political divide,
yes,
we should
sharp
say, right?
divide, sharp one. Yeah, you actually this year, you understand? However, what me think say they do, they go back to the documents the way we need for guide we operations. And then make way my brother say the 1991 constitution, nothing get no problem, no deal with I no agree at all. There are so many problems with the 1991 constitution. In fact,
is it not about interpretation?
No. You just hear APC they say, then SLPP don't agree for make the amend is certain sections of the constitution. You understand? The appointment, for example, now one. Then did it say you say we don't grow as a country from the 1991 thinking. Whether 1991 thinking be actually predicated on the 1978 thinking. We what 1978 one party constitution and this one. Now like slight differences. You understand? We gave so much powers, especially to the executive arm of government. And that's an issue. We all see we are in presidents, Ernest Bai Koroma sack in vice president. A huge chunk of the people say, no, you're not supposed for sack your vice president. Then did it say you say the constitution get issue. The people want me look at her. You understand? You don't get a number of we equally don't say even the appointments into the judicial system, like how then they appoint
the judges.
You understand? It gets a problem. Can we go back and look at, for example, how Britain they do their own? Just like this search committee when they talk about. Wherein you actually have a pool, like people and submit to the president 3 different names, for example, for CJ. Not to the president they submit to. Now then you get a committee of independent people where we actually trust, submit names then to the president. The president can look the 3 names, he say no, I'm not satisfied with none of them when I look for another one back. Or from their names and they choose, say, okay, I choose this person. You understand? So there are a number of issues in the 1991 constitution where the huge number of Sierra Leoneans don't agree, say, we need to go and look at her and change her. This is not, I've been in those, I think at the high school, where would they get them meetings and conversations and then at town hall meetings and this and that, and you hear it from the people. And the constitution is actually the people, not they own them. So, for example, the running of this institution, when I go consider, you say, now the panelists and the sit down. Then maybe after some time when I say, no, I think how the voice system or something not change. You understand? When I can decide for change. So that's what the constitution is about. Not to something where like we are slaves to the law. Because the law don't say this, now this way no more they go. You understand? If we feel say that constitution, that instrument where they guide this institution in operations, not they do very well anymore, now we go back to the drawing board. Like the Sierra Leone Bar Association, which have done the push for, and other directors, now that if you look at with M&A, if there was any problem with our elections, it emanated from the M&A itself. You hear where Leonard Senior they talk about, there are times you can do things that were legal, but you know the annual legitimacy. So, then it's you say, you they get laws, and then laws then they okay. However, you know they able annual legitimacy at all. So, for example, what they talk about? Okay, that's an no be the opiates. Like the M&A say, when they appoint a senior member of the bar on the day of the election. So now they appoint the Electoral Commissioner. You can imagine.
No, this most senior.
Yeah, no, a senior member, not so the most senior.
Okay, a senior member and they conduct the election.
Even that, people will get for use the most senior. Where you listen to a senior member and the most senior. You know, say they are two different things. You understand? Like if you're in a management, then say the senior most, it means say not the boss. But now if they say a senior member of management, anybody within management when a senior member can be the person.
Yeah.
And how can you go on the day of the elections, you appoint the commissioner of the elections day? Where sometimes you don't take part in the pre-elections engagement, don't campaign, you understand? Then I go to the hall. Then but now it's legal.
Yeah.
It's legal because it's provided for that's not so they do.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, you get 1,000 or more lawyers. They go votes. Then a one green person they conduct the election. You have think about her. One person. Now then the team provide for say that you won. It's not possible. Then besides, even before the elections, not so the electoral commissioner they prepare the ballot papers because now that day una the appointer. So the ballot papers have been prepared even before coming to the election grounds by those who are in power. So if you want to get any other thing, you can do. So let's go back to the basics. You understand? The legal framework where they establish that institution. Go, look at her. We review most of them documents.
And in this case, we should review the
1991 Constitution, of course, need review.
But again, the point I was asking, Bellows, about whether it's deliberate that we get at the situation they are when it's coming to election. Because naturally, you would think, say, we don't see the problem, we don't set up institutions, and we don't get a process now for complete the process. You go get disagreement them. But to the level where they right now, if the opposition move out of the old process, then it don't affect the old process because, like you said, agree. Now then the government will go sign with moral guarantors. How do we get out of situations like the wire? You know, at this time in 2 years to election.
The truth is, it's a difficult road the APC they choose for take. Actually, if na me been in the position for advise them, we dey go na Parliament, we go debate this issue, it is on record so that people know that this is our position, not so for the radio station, television, no. Go to the well itself, where you get recordings of those proceedings, una make una points clear that we are not in agreement with these appointments for this and this and these reasons. Because you are there representing the people. And like how you just enumerate, you actually outline the number of disagreements with political parties. I don't know if now like we need for, say, this posse, we not agree with, and one of the things that for sure say, we are ready for the next elections. You understand? That if we agree, say no, this one we agree with, our people and go say, we don't go agree, safe, say this person. Because from Christian Atop, like you mentioned, there was concern from members of the opposition that no, this person. But then at the end of the day, Christian Atop again declare the APC. In fact, at the time, she had no powers. There was no law where give that power for invalidate votes. But she did. You understand? Then APC can have power. We get the same thing with Infali, and that time I don't get some sense now into the political space. I know say SLPP equally say no to this person and all of that. And then we get the outcome of the elections. You understand? Now, this guy for continue, this pattern they continue.
Yeah.
Because we are not sincere and honest to ourselves. You understand, eh? Now, if we are really sincere and honest to ourselves as a people, let we go, we sit down. We no need for wait till election they come. For example, these agreements of national unity what they talk about. These are just after the elections, right?
Yeah.
And now, if we really be sincere, the two parties that made a push, then for don't concentrate on the very serious issues. But I remember, say, for example, I was part of a certain committee for release all political prisoners. Yes, now we been there. I represent the president of the Sierra Leone Bar Association at the aging office several times until we finally reach that decision. Then they come out quick. I think so. Certain people maybe then they be more important than
because
than
the political players we are involved.
Yes.
But Alfred, as we conclude this conversation, I want to ask. The Bar Association are one association where Bar Association / professional bodies, Labour Congress, the public they look up to them in times like this for come out and get a position and say, this is what we believe, this is what is right, and this is how it should be. And if not always, the political class can listen and understand, say, these are pressure groups, these are professional bodies, we understand what's in they say. Are we missing that? Have we lost that with the current situation with the Bar Association?
So the truth now that the Bar Association pull a position statement on this, and it in line with every other lawyer, whether not the one that we choose not for the part of the Sierra Leone Bar Association or not the one that we the part of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. That's the president's actions, in full compliance with the law. You understand? And waiting we equally get for do now that maybe if you go through and get the approval we're supposed to get, we also get for admonition that now you take a very important position wherein you are supposed to be independent in the performance of your functions. You are not subject to any directions from anybody or any authority.
But lawyer society, their own position differ from which Una say they're calling on the appointment of president for do the appointment. You know?
Well, basically, position is not predicated on the law. Because I've been there with them in a studio, and then say the law, as far as the law concerned, the president is in compliance with the law.
But then say the
only other thing they talk about is the agreement. And then self no say the agreement, there is no provision within that agreement where if even they are not valid, where the state say every other thing now where the presidents for do under the constitution for come to a standstill until then do the agreements and done. No. There is nothing in that agreement, and even if he did it, it's of no legal effect.
Institutions like the Bar Association, waiting can be on a role at a time like this, especially where tensions and they come up and all of that. And it's the public as well, the public can look up to a sludge member, and sometimes when things can happen, everyone say sludge, they say nothing, they say nothing, because the people believe the institutions they are for being independent, they're for able all part to account, and then for get a position on national issues.
Yeah, sure, of course. Primarily the Sierra Leone Bar Association don't they do over time, even though we get our own challenges, and one major challenge has been the division within the bar. So now the people therefore even begin to think about which group would they associate with, and of course you don't get this like people now get their own views as to who are then at this group, who are then at this group. You understand? So there are times even when you are speaking from a genuine point of view, they say, well, you've
been tagged already.
Understand? So it's quite a difficult thing.
Yeah.
And with the hope, say, we all go see reason back for come together as a family, and then we begin to speak up with one voice. Of course, that's very key, especially for a democracy like ours, we're not that strong yet. We refer to we kind democracy as a pseudo-democracy. Basically, most times, most people, how then they feel the democracy now, when they go vote in the elections. Especially people the way they by Falaba outside and go arrest their brother then. Them far communities and the major
election term no more
election term. So we as a professional body ready for stand up and speak up the issues, and that's what we are doing, even though no matter what we do now, the fact that there is a division, you always find it difficult to appreciate what they can do. You understand? But I plead with the APC again. that they owe a responsibility to the people of this country, especially that huge number of people who vote for them. You understand? Of course, maybe when I talk about botched and things like that, I may they still say there was no problem with those elections as far as there was no challenge. From a legal point, not so any other points that they talk about, from a legal point, the fact that you did not challenge it in courts, they only confirm, say the elections were free, fair, and credible. Now you cannot even go court for go challenger.
Yeah.
If you choose for do them by press release, for do them by for going to a radio station, begin complain and this and that, then you're missing the point. It's like somebody they decide for then call mob justice. Instead of you take the thief man to court and this, then
So
that,
because
you
the
say,
police didn't take action.
Yeah, so let me beat her.
Okay.
So, like waiting, he say that's worrying. It's very worrisome. He say, now we don't decide, say we not to go to the courts.
Yeah.
Then we been get this for kind of table.
Yeah.
Now with this table we not work. What next? If we don't see, say then two sides they are not the work. What next? And as a post-conflict nation, we should be concerned as a country. You understand?
Okay.
So, I they beg them that they owe this country a duty, a responsibility, especially because it's just SLPP and APC in Parliament.
Yeah.
And no matter waiting, you get some people, they're members of Parliament, nine are their own presidents, not their own community. Like, nine are their everything. You understand? And they listen to them. They know say, nine they can talk for we and that.
Yeah.
You understand? When they say meeting with the president, and they go meet the president, they come, of course, they can meet we and explain, saying that this don't happen. But now, if you don't decide, say, no, and then they go there again, no, and who they boycott? What are you telling your people? Are you actually doing the job where they elect you for go do?
Okay.
Is that what they want you to do? Or if they see you say you and go this path, wherein now they negotiate, you need dialogue, they talk. I think say then go likely resort to some other things where we all not go like. So we they ask that then go. They on record that we don't want this person. And of course the fact that you say you don't want the person not mean say it get for BO.
Yeah.
But at least express your concerns, and that's even go down to the person within their points. That, I go and they really drill me, then people there say this. So now, where are the consider on my seats? I know say, I'm not just serving these other people.
You get a lot of people away.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yusuf, how do we get out of this?
So, myself go do like Abdul Kago. I go be glad just touch on a few things.
Yeah.
Mr. Commander mentioned SLBA and inclusion and the push, and Yusuf asked the question if, now they missed the opportunity. I think definitely all of these pressure bodies then drop the ball when that tripartite, because nobody ever can team up and say, I think now later, now a few people begin raise concerns, say, we did not call, we did not ask, and everything.
The political party there.
That was a missed opportunity. I think that is what pressure groups are there for, and I think that is what should have happened. So I do agree with that. On the issue of why me not think say the constitution get problem. This section within the FETS for amend, 32 subsection 3, they talk about consultation. Now, as a leader, people get different way then go consult. You get some money, they don't make a decision, he can call meeting, say that let them can't talk no more, listen, all man. At least, lay all man we feel say, he get something for talk, lay can talk. Then I go move on with my decision. That possible argue, say, na consultation. I call meeting, then sit down, then talk.
Yeah.
You get other leader, we go sit down and think, say, okay, the situation warrant, let I genuinely sit down and listen to people them, and keep an open mind, and allow this consultation, this process, for inform the final decision where they make. So, consultation a problem? No. Within inside the constitution. It is how the consultation don't they happen that people feel waiting with the talk not really make any difference. So you cannot really say a consultation. Some man go argue say a definition order of consultation and all thing. Not all thing get for this.
It's not defined in the constitution.
Not
That the
all thing get for
interpretation
the
again, the
inside. For
interpretation
me,
issue what they get.
yes. And Lamrana, I want people then for understand say, you see the constitution, not to blaspheme, but not like the Bible or the Quran of a country, of a state. Not to think who for just sit down no more grab say every amosia who see problem, low change something inside under. This same Islam and Christianity who they inside. One person they read this Bible. In your interpretation, where they get it different from that man your interpretation. This same Quran. Inside this Islam, the way the Sunni go interpret, they already share the interpret, they already Basharia they interpret. So these things they all happen. It not mean say the document of itself is flawed. The third thing I want for say Melane Jr. are glad is until we say we not for be a slave to the law, using his own words. But now the argument is the law say the president appoint, he don't appoint, now so the law say, we don't agree, is that not us being slaves to the law? Because now so the law say, so I just want for highlights and they don't say yes, indeed, that is the point of this conversation.
Yeah, but
that the law said and
say we for review,
thank
right?
you. Yes, say so the review is ongoing, Lamrana. If it's still the point to the review, that again is the conversation. If the review is ongoing, so we have to pick a side. It's either would they say the law now they go to not be somebody reforms to not care within the inside reform. It is okay too for let people say that.
But the reform doesn't suspend the
At
law.
all. It does not. Yeah. But you have to pick a side, Lamrana. That is just how things work. Now either black or white. There is no gray in some of these things. The issue of the SLBA. I became a member of the bar in 2008. Long before Mr. Kamanda back in the halls of the law school.
The peak man.
This issue of, we mention the M&A, get problem, the election, how they, yes, it is not conventional. See, now inside that holiday, now they go pick person. But now so don't they get this election? No? From 2008, we join the Bar Association. Pasu Ukange Kasarasu, this Amosia. Isi Amosia will not get any issues. The Bar Association was formed donkey years. The former association are still the primary school. They never get issue. So the M&A is not the problem. I will also speak to the fact that no, it is specifically in this instance, it is the circumstances surrounding the election of people and we they represent the Bar Association right now.
Okay.
We have had, and when they talk about politics, I find it interesting. Lamrana, I think the other day they listen to you now, say now in the early morning devotion, they talk about war, forget to say and everything. Politics is second nature. If you know, first of all, lawyers, the other side of lawyers now politics. People also have to understand that now everybody in constitutional right to belong to a political party. We don't then at this same Bar Association where you go sit down and say, okay, the assumption is some man are red, some man are green. But we have had precedents. People that we support Arbikoa. We are openly APC members. You have had people we support Edinia Swallow. We, if you want for Sedan and then SLPP, lawyers them, don't know about anybody in party membership. But people supported them across the piece. When we get the Elvis Kagbo and Ibrahim Suri election, you might want to argue, say, oh, well, they will tune APC. Yes, so on record, we know say Ibrahim Suri now, is active in politics. Elvis may not go speak to a membership of any political party. But people will say they will tune be APC. But there was competition. Then challenge yourself. They not sit down, they not decide and look, say, now one person, lay continue. For me, fundamentally, and this is not something that comes to the fore, that when me sit down as a member of the bar, will they ready for go into that elections of, I don't even remember if it had been 2024, I had of a candidate, the present administrator and registrar general, where everybody be happy for. And I can tell you that is one candidate that would have gone unopposed. People will argue now, say, na SLPP because they didn't SLPP government and all of that. But I can tell you that was a candidate that was going to go unopposed. That is the fact from conversations I have had, from waiting me know and waiting me aware of. So this issue where people they try for make the politics, the political divide, this and that. No,
we're not divided.
Listen, we get different views when it comes to politics. But Lamrana, dan they not don't disrupt and scatter the bar from where they formed the bar in the mid-90s.
Should we agree say the Bar Association is part of the problem we are having presently, because at some point unana a well-expected professional body, and times like there were, the public will expect say the bar will come and explain what's in the law say independently, where even the political class go listen to.
The Bar Association is definitely a part of the problem, Lamrana. I go sit down there as a member of the bar, as a lawyer, I go tell you, say, yes, the Bar Association is a part of the problem.
Commander, you agree?
I agree. The same way sludge is a part of the problem. The same way civil society is a part of the problem. But finally, Lamrana, you see, I like the question Wiki ask, where do we go, what's now this and that? You see the problem we're going at this country, it is because politics and governance is so high stakes. The biggest employer in a saloon, na government. So all man government work. You see the mind-boggling corruption incidences who they happen. We saw man almost billion in one grain because they work for government. What people do not realize is that until and unless we get to a place where governance, serving in these public offices becomes a service to the nation, and you will want to make money, you they go into business. We mean say government for strengthen and create enabling environment for businesses for thrive. So if me no send a money I want make, I know they go dock me and pan government work because government work respects not did and everything. Up until recently, they work for British High Commission. You go hear me big position. If I tell you me salary now, you go say bellows you they lie. The position they big go, but the money is small because at the end of the day you are not going there to make money. Now, this is not the problem who gets in this country. It is the reason why I see this money.
It's access to resources and
power. It is the access to resources. Not to Bar Association government, they give subventions. So. Not to sludge government, they give subventions. So. Then go tell you, say, at the end of the day, we're not able to make money, so we need subvention. But government recognizes that when they give subvention, do not bite the hand that feeds you. Where person not there, don't take money, don't put it in your pocket. Tell me how they go tell and say, you na nonsense now you did do so. It's not possible.
For subvention, na government, na taxpayers' money. Not to
the subvention, na taxpayers' money. But me and you know how down they handicap you, how down they cripple.
No, but again,
but has that handicapped truth media?
No,
not at all.
No, but sludge is a provision.
Yeah, you get subvention from government.
Sludge doesn't give subvention to media institutions, and they give them the affiliate bodies. I was president of Reporters Union, and I know them they help Reporters Union for organized trainings.
Thank you.
But this should talk about the government.
Yeah, but that is what I understand your point. What I am saying is, what to me they say is, professional institution can still receive
and
support
still perform their functions
and
well.
be independent, right?
In theory, that is what is supposed to happen.
That
is what should happen.
Yeah,
but Lamrana, the context so then you see, I don't know if you don't see this meme or gif where you get where they snap you now, you only see this, hey Papa God. Now anytime people talk something, then they send the WhatsApp group there. Because you see, Sierra Leone is a special country. Thing and they happen now, we will not be able to understand where they happen because they're not supposed to happen, but that is our reality.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. It has been a very good conversation this morning about the law, waiting we all for do. But hopefully, you know, I can say we are people that we don't get a lot of opportunity for fix things them. But how we can miss anything and they can sleep we, you know, we can go back and begin remember say, we get this opportunity. But you know, the problem with Salon now is when we think that we they not left the politician they not left give we an option for choose between the lesser evil. It's not about how do we agree that this party is better, they can do things better. I would say no, yesterday been better past today. But we now they do this, but then have been doing today. So we said they do them. So everybody just hopefully it will change one day and things will get better. But for they get better now we all, you know, now we all for play with parts and try for do it best. So let's take a quick break. We can talk to Bilal. He gets some updates for Giwi from Falaba. Then they close the program. Continue for stay with me quickly.
Man like for the feds themselves. Pass all about they discriminate we serve. The lesson be done day, but still we not teach we serve. Before we go, before we must do like we serve.
Nyabondesha. Amulo. Afuma minu. Why would the feds we serve? Why would the hate we serve? You know, this country, we always can say we are one people, but so we come from politics, we begin get differences. So go follow back quickly. We'll get to man Frederick Bilal on the phone for give some updates about the fact-finding team we for go meet with the Guinean authorities. Good morning, Frederick.
Good morning, listeners of Truth Media.
Yes, Frederick. What's in the updates? I understand that the team not be able to move yesterday. Now today then they move. What's in the situation presently?
Well, from this morning around 6 o'clock, the Falabat team is headed by the District Council Chairman, the LUC, ONS, and also 30 stakeholders from SLPP, where the secretary for SLPP, and RTF, they're all day in Calera now, and they wait for the high deputation where they come out from Utah, the engagement meeting. As I talk to you now, the chairman there in Calera is his team, and also the paramount chiefs there, that the Alinka side, them back, them don't join the chairman in Calera. They wait for the team now where they come from.
You understand what's in this meeting they're about? Is it still for the release of the officers them, or it's just for resolve the border issue?
Well, the meeting they're about for the two countries then, stakeholders then, for let them come together. Let them see how they go able to handle the situation so that it can. So during the course of the meeting, I think then we engage with the Guinean counterpart, let them come into the situation. But for that details to be revealed, whether all go down come together.
Okay, but what's in the atmosphere they presently with the people? Yesterday, been telling me so you talked to some family members. What's in the atmosphere? Everything peaceful, people and calm?
Yeah, the atmosphere is stable for now because since where the thing happened, the paramount chief for Slema chief don't go there, don't pay APC, they don't get meetings with the stakeholders at the town, they get affected when I'm Calera, and also the ONS, LUC, and other stakeholders that they pay regularly to the Yalunga people because Calera and Yalunga they did. So then the Yalunga stakeholders also they don't pay visits that are pleasing, they don't give a word of encouragement, they let them exercise this and let them operate, then they stand by them and nothing will happen. The government they try to let them see that peace and stability within that place.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Frederick. We'll keep in touch with you as we go. We'll try to get more updates as and when things they happen. Thank you so much for the regular update from that part in the country, Frederick. That's now Frederick Bilal, we colleague with the Falaba. He said the team then they prepare now for go meet with the Guinean authorities as part of the fact-finding mission. And we get information say the Minister of Foreign Affairs as well. They lead a delegation for going to Conakry as well for meet with the Guinean authorities. Yesterday, I talked to a colleague journalist, where they na Guinea tell me say they don't move the officers from the village Kanafarana, where I think now 48 miles to Conakry, usai them put them. But he was like saying they were not like being treated badly. He say they were given food and being looked after. Hopefully this will be resolved and we'll get back to being together. You know, it's tough, it's humiliating, it's something that shouldn't have happened. Hopefully we'll address this once and for all and live peacefully as neighbors. Many thanks to all we guests that don't join me this morning. Many thanks to Honorable Abdul Kagbo. Unfortunately, in the rush for going some sitting, they're out of town, and we save because of the time. We'll not get a longer conversation. Hopefully, we return, we'll get a longer conversation. The 48 hours where the APC give, they end today. and hopefully tomorrow we will get a conversation with the APC on the position moving forward on the Chief Electoral Commissioner. Thanks to my two lawyer friends, Commander and Yusuf, for joining me and adding them voice to the conversation. Thanks to all our listeners and viewers for our time. Thanks to my colleagues, the technical and production team. The Truth Morning Devotion, they return tomorrow, 6:30. But as always, for God and country, serve your conscience, be honest, sincere, and do waiting right, avoid waiting wrong. Be a law-abiding citizen. Let all make this place a better place. And I'm for sending a special birthday wishes to, yeah, he might not like this, but yeah, to Fode Umar Sako, you know, wishing you all the best and God's richest blessing, and pray Allah will continue to keep you around and, you know, in good health. And yeah, there are many things to achieve together. Inshallah, we'll continue to achieve together as a family. Happy birthday for me and the rest of the team now. So till we meet back tomorrow, have a lovely day and stay blessed. Continue to watch Truth Media. Continue to stay with me for more and regular updates. We end with the video again, Simon. The video on the Aberdeen Creek. I just think we need for sure that let people in the sea waiting we self they do to the environment and we actions and inactions them, how they affect the environment. So let's show the end with the video from the Aberdeen Creek area. And thanks to my man Trevor Young for putting that together. You're doing a very good work, my brother. You know, now one man NGO, just with his phone, he's creating an impact. That now for sure say we all get a role for play and can create an impact in a different way. Just be a patriotic citizen and try to play your part. Have a lovely day and stay blessed and be peaceful with yourself. Bye-bye.
I'm also here by if you go past the bathroom, there's like a boardwalk that goes into the mangrove. So all here that we're going into, this is all part of the mangrove, right? All this is the mangrove that you see has been built upon. Construction continues to be going. We literally are going into the mangrove right now. All right. So this mangrove right here. How you doing? Thank you. So this boardwalk here, they're not maintaining this boardwalk here. Who said the last time they built them be work panel? What that pull on? They pull the board. But they pull the board. What you do? They pull the board. I mean, they said they build boardwalk for going inside the mangrove. So as you can see, this boardwalk, if you go past where the bathroom is, they were supposed to be building a boardwalk that will go around the mangrove, so it'll be a tourist attraction for nature enthusiasts. But as you walk back here, you can see in real time all the construction that's going on inside the mangrove. Literally, I mean, look at this. You can literally see young mangroves growing right here. You see it, right? So we are in the mangrove right now. You see the mangrove? And I scroll back. Look all the construction that's going on. Look at all the construction that's going on. You see all the construction that's going on? Look at all the construction that's going on inside the mangrove. I mean, this is just like, I don't even know what words to describe this, because it's going all the way down. This construction, look at it's going. So when people say, just know this place you can't touch cockroach, that's what I mean. Look at that, it go all the way down of construction that's taking place. This is crazy. And like, this is full grown construction inside the mangrove. Like, look at this. You can see the mangrove right here. See the mangrove? Look at the construction that's going on. This is wild. This is wild. And there's like This is protected land. Like construction going on inside protected land. Unabated. This is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. It's...